Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to IGN Plays Live. I am Brandon, joined by Mr. Marty Sleva.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, Marty?
I'm doing really well.
What are we doing, Marty?
We are playing Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin on the PlayStation 4 Entertainment Platform System.
It only does everything.
It only does everything. This is the version of Dark Souls 2 that is now out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, a PC update. There's also a version of it out for PS3 and 360.
Awesome.
Which is sort of just like the Game of the Year edition that has the bundled-in DLC.
Okay, great. So this basically let's just run down what exactly is Scholar of the First Sin.
So Scholar of the First Sin, it takes Dark Souls 2, which came out last March. It gives it a little visual upgrade, which you're going to notice. It's running at 1080 60 here. The game's super pretty.
Yeah,
the frame rate's incredible. Visuals are smoothed out. It includes the Crown Trilogy DLC, which all three of the pieces are super cool.
Yeah.
All three of them are super cool. They have really interesting dungeons with puzzles in them, really cool bosses. The last one sort of culminates with the biggest battle, I think, in any of the Souls series in terms of like number of, like, you have 4 allies and you're fighting against like 30 dudes, and super cool. The other thing this does is it also changes up a lot of things in the game. It changes up enemy placement, changes up item placement. Like we were talking earlier, that initial ring you want to get, that allows you to. It's sort of every time you die in Dark Souls 2, your maximum health goes down a little bit.
Right.
And that ring slows that down. Not where it was before.
Really? They moved it around.
Yeah, and enemy placement's different too, which we'll get a little taste of right now.
So enemy placement is different. Item placement is a little different.
Yep. There are new enemies in places that weren't there before. The thing is dramatically harder, honestly, which is crazy. Souls games have obviously been known for being hard. It's a little weird transitioning from, because all of us for the past couple weeks have been, knee deep in Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Obviously, you especially. But it's weird to go back and play this just because the speed's a little bit different.
Does it feel like slower? Does it feel more methodical?
Definitely feels slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily a bad thing, just that is the way it is.
That's the I think that's the difference between Souls and maybe Bloodborne.
Yeah, totally. So this is an area that you might be familiar with. Well, that guy's not supposed to be there.
I don't remember you.
No, and so you come out here and there's this dude here, and you're like, well, are you? I don't. He's an angry man.
Yeah. He's a big gold, big sword, big shield.
Yeah, and my puny little low-level sword. I'm only level 15. This is early.
Oh my God!
So yeah, we were.
So he's Zeus.
Yeah, he's ostensibly Zeus. Yeah, this guy's kind of a jerk. I kind of don't want to fight him right now, just because it's going to take a long time. He's probably going to murder me at some point.
Wow. Okay, he's got the moves.
He's doing fancies.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be playing this for the next 2 hours.
For the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
1 to 3 p.m. Pacific. So, if you have any questions about Dark Souls 2, about Bloodborne, about Scholar of the First Sin in particular,
about Zeus,
about
mythology,
about gold armor, really?
Yeah. Pretty much, we're actually IGN's 2 experts on gold armor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can tweet at us at IGN Plays Live, hashtag IGN Plays Live. We'll be going through your questions, reading them on air, just talking about life, love, Dark Souls.
A lot of love, a lot of heartbreak.
Yep.
It's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna attempt to whittle this guy down a little bit. We'll see how well that works.
Cool.
Maybe he's got some.
Maybe don't get electrocuted.
Try not to get electrocuted. I'm not gonna promise anything.
Oh, Estus flasks.
I know. Remember Estus flasks?
They were so.
Only '90s kids will remember Estus flasks. Oh, get wrecked.
All right, let's check out what's going on Twitters. On the Twitters.
I feel good. I think I'm about to kill this fool. Yeah, I'm kind of curious if, for people who have been playing Bloodborne, if you are going to pick this up, and if if you've played Dark Souls 2, are you excited for this? If you haven't played Dark Souls 2, have you been waiting for this?
Yeah.
Just really curious. The timing on it is weird.
It is kind of strange, right? Like, Dark Souls 2 came out a while ago.
Yeah, it was over a year ago.
Yep, and then they've been slowly releasing the DLC, and from what I hear, I haven't finished all of them yet, but from what I hear, all the DLC is actually pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it has really interesting dungeons, really interesting bosses,
and much harder than the original game. Do you think maybe that had something to do with Scholar of the First Sin getting ramped
having
up?
that difficulty? Yeah, it might actually. Yeah, we did it. He got wrecked. He didn't give us anything. Here. He didn't give us anything.
Wow.
Yeah. What a rude.
Kind of sad.
Rude jerk.
So yeah, I mean, the DLC is sort of more difficult than the base game.
Yeah, totally.
And then now you've bundled it all in there, and now new changes have been made to the base game. Do you think maybe it's just following that level that the DLC has raised it to?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it's. don't know. I mean, difficulty is the thing that fans of the Souls series crave. So I think it's something that FromSoftware and Bandai Namco, who produced this game, recognizes and is really interested in exploring. Yeah, a lot of people going into, I mean, even Dark Souls 2 and then Bloodborne were worried that sort of that inherent difficulty that everyone loves was going to be watered down somewhat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, if
That
you
was
played
not
Bloodborne
the
or
case.
played this, you know it's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, both challenging, but in very different ways.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like Bloodborne. I mean, I wrote my review for Bloodborne. I feel like Bloodborne was a faster, more aggressive version of this,
Totally,
but by no
absolutely.
means was it. I think coming from Dark Souls, that made it more difficult. But had you started with Bloodborne, I think it probably would have been, on par.
Totally, yeah.
Just a different experience.
Yeah.
So you actually reviewed Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Updated. A lot of the text we carried over. We linked back to my, March 2014 review because honestly, like mechanically, the game is very similar.
Yeah.
The world's the same. The bosses are the same.
Just some added.
Definitely some added content. There is an added end game boss.
Oh, really?
With a little cutscene. Cutscene doesn't really make any sense. Like the lore in Dark Souls is always kind of
Is very ambiguous,
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're gonna get this out here.
But
You can
Rad-
see here some of the lighting effects are really good too.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, when I first sat down, because I had actually just gotten back to Dark Souls 2 for a little bit before Bloodborne, just sitting down, like I saw the difference almost immediately.
yeah, totally. This looks a lot like that sort of that initial footage, that target render that they showed of
Yeah.
DS2.
So let's take some questions.
Some cues.
Some cues.
Hey, listeners.
Well, A your cues.
We're gonna. Ooh, that sounds filthy. Okay. Set this light. Ah, skeletons.
Somebody said, "Nice job, Marty."
Thanks.
Nice job.
I need that.
Paul said that. Thanks, Paul.
Stop it.
Patty asks, ultimately, how much of an improvement is this version over the PS3 version?
I say it's a pretty heavy improvement. Visually, it's there, especially from the core. Jeez, talking and playing this game is difficult, especially from the core game that came out originally, because I think the 3 pieces of DLC are amazing.
Right.
I mean, the game runs incredibly right now. Obviously, I'm gonna get killed by this stupid skeleton.
It feels much more fluid.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
faster, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that does kind of take getting used to.
Right.
But this is the thing. It's tough for me to say like whether or not if you put 70 hours into the PS3 or
Like, do you
Xbox
start over
360
now?
version. Yeah, I don't know. Do you start over? Do you replay it? Especially when we're getting to that period where there's gonna be so many games to play.
Yeah. I mean, sort of the second, third year after a new console launches is where
Yeah, we're
everyone
finally getting
starts
to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, Bloodborne was sort of one of those games that really set it up and was like, oh,
Yep.
this is what we have to look forward to for the next 5 years of these boxes.
Yep.
Skyline Titans.
Oh, you're coming up on the armadillos. But first, you got to
Unless
kill some
we're
skeletons.
Because there's no armadillo in this area.
Oh, that's right. There was one in the initial doorway, wasn't there? Wow, so many skeletons this time. I don't remember
They're making
all
me
these
bleed.
guys being here.
Yeah, they're just huge jerks.
Yeah, because these were the undead knights, right?
Undead Knights, and there were
Original.
the
The armadillo guys,
turtle
yeah.
dudes. Yes, that's one of the really cool things is it makes sort of going through these areas it makes them unfamiliar again. Despite the fact of if you've put as much time as I have into the games, it still feels unfamiliar, which is really cool.
Sort of changes it up.
Yep.
And again, I think that's like with the Chalice Dungeons in Bloodborne. That was something that you and I had both discussed that
Totally.
feels kind of missing from software. Everything is so calculated and beautifully, meticulously placed.
Yeah.
But once you beat it, that's kind of it. So like, if you had beaten Dark Souls 2, there's one. There's one of
There's
our
our
buddies. If you had beaten Dark Souls 2, maybe this is the opportunity for you to go back and catch a few new surprises.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
We'll try to light this bomb.
bunch of people are asking.
Hey, people.
Coyer Henrik, Juggernaut Gamer, a lot of people wondering which is better, Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne.
That's
So
the
there you go,
question.
Marty.
It was one of those things. I'm like, hey, I hope people don't ask this.
Yeah,
That's literally
exactly.
the question we get all
I
the
was
time.
wondering how long it was going to be.
Invader, get
Oh
out there!
no!
None of this is gonna go
He's
well.
pointing at you. Just play dead. Play dead.
This is gonna. Also,
Armor
this is
Dennis. Oh, this is an NPC.
an NPC invader.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah,
I
'cause
did-
we're not playing online currently.
Okay, we're offline. I did not get invaded when I was in this area.
No, everyone's just a jerk in this game.
Oh, Serpentine. Oh,
Jesus.
he's got.
Serpentine Babu.
There you go.
I do not have a lot of health.
You are out of Estus.
Yep, that's Dark Souls.
Oh, really?
And then he just
Really?
does a little the
Okay.
Hulkamania.
Wow, it's gonna
Yeah.
run wild. So, Dark Souls 2 versus Bloodborne. This is one of those questions that there's really no right answer to.
No,
I
totally.
mean,
Especially, I
hey,
think,
which
honestly,
one of your kids do you love more?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, going to all 4 of the games, like trying to rank Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne, especially this close to Bloodborne.
Yeah. It's tough. Like, I feel like you're gonna need that time to reflect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that sort of filter of history to look back on.
Oh yeah, we're way too close to Bloodborne to actually, I think, like rank it in a pantheon of is it better or worse than the other games.
Yeah, but I was getting this comment a lot. Rank Demon Souls, Dark Souls.
My
Dark
God,
Souls
why are
2,
you still here?
and Bloodborne. And it's really tough to do. I don't know. I don't know that any one answer is going to be right. I personally enjoyed Bloodborne more than Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, totally.
But I also enjoyed Dark Souls more than Dark Souls 2.
Gotcha.
First.
Yeah, honestly, playing through Dark Souls for the first time is one of those experiences that's completely unforgettable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my first Souls game. I was late to the party on.
I
none of this is going well. Late to the party on Demon Souls.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat. Like after Dark Souls, before Dark Souls 2, I went out and I found a copy of Demon Souls just because I wanted more.
Totally. I'm gonna cheese my way back to Bonfire.
You should. You don't need anything in there, right? Do you have the petrified thingamajigger that you use on the giant?
No, not yet.
If that's even the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
I just want to head back to the Bonfire. Make everything better. The games are, despite the fact that, obviously the core sort of setup of the Souls games and of Bloodborne are similar. The challenge is still there. The awesome bosses, the environmental storytelling. Can you not use a bonfire if you're invaded? Is this dude just going to follow me forever? Well, this is my life now. No bonfires.
Cannot use bonfire. But he killed you, so you have to go back and fight him. This seems like an oversight.
No, it's just this is classic Dark Souls. Just run. I'm just gonna run all the way back to Majula. See what he has to say there.
You went and picked up your souls already? Yep.
Yeah.
Is he coming?
I don't know. We'll just go backwards. Whatever.
I feel like if you wait for him to climb up the ladder and then just stab him really hard and he falls down to his death.
That would feel really good.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's still down there though.
I feel like that'd be the way to go. I don't think he followed you. I think he leashed.
Oh man, there's these doofuses down there.
All right. Well, while we're figuring this out, of which would you prefer to see in the future, Bloodborne 2 or Dark Souls 3? C, both.
Both. See both, and a new world.
Yeah, actually. I would love to
that?
see. Man, I want to see FromSoftware take on everything.
Yeah, I want to see FromSoftware do games that aren't necessarily set in fantasy, but have the same sort of
like
I can't even use it.
rigid, oppressive.
Yeah, totally. Like they, FromSoftware in the '90s and early 2000s did a lot of the Armored Core games.
Yep.
Like I think, man, it'd be cool if there was like a game with mechs
Yeah.
that had similar combat to this and was just super punishing, but had that same sort of sense of gratification. That probably isn't going to happen, but
I kind of feel like they're making too much money right now.
yeah, totally.
And their publishers are really happy with where they're at in their.
Yeah, but FromSoftware as a developer has grown so much in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I had the chance to visit them a couple times for our making of Dark Souls 2 and then for our Bloodborne IGN first. And
You actually went out. Are they in Tokyo?
yeah, they're in Tokyo.
And
they're like in the, I think it was a little over a year in between the Dark Souls 2 coverage and the Dark Souls 2 coverage and the Bloodborne coverage.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the same building, but they had gained an extra like 2 or 3 floors of it. So their teams are like absolutely ramping up. You can obviously see the time period between Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne was only a year.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so they have multiple teams. Like I have no doubt they have a team working on whatever their next game is right now.
Yeah.
No idea whether that'll be a Souls game, a Bloodborne game, or
something completely new.
Yeah, exactly.
And like we were saying, I would love to see them tackle something new.
Yeah,
but I would also really love another Dark Souls and another Bloodborne.
People are, the reception to Bloodborne has been incredible.
Yeah, right?
Not only it seems like everyone who's a fan of the Souls games is super down with it, but also, like, I know a ton of people who didn't play those games.
Yeah.
And are super, into Bloodborne right now. Like,
yeah, if it's your first entry, you're not in a bad place.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Brian Altano, who, he didn't play the Souls games.
Right.
He started to play Bloodborne. He got, like, an hour or two into it, and he's like, I can appreciate this, but, man, like, I can't do this.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then he kept thinking about it all weekend. He's like, oh, God, I think I'm going to go back. And now he's like, 8 bosses in, he's like, this is one of my favorite games of the year.
Yep.
It's this incredible experience, and he almost gave up on it.
Yeah, and I think that's really the power of it, right? Is everyone's like, well, the game is so punishing, the game is so hard.
Yeah.
How can you enjoy something like that? Well, it's not really the game that you enjoy. It's,
totally.
It's your, what you're achieving, you're enjoying becoming a better person.
Yeah, and I totally
growing.
get people who are like, no, I can't. This isn't for me, because like people play games for different reasons. Like,
Yeah,
you don't,
absolutely.
Like maybe people don't have the time or patience. Like if you only have an hour to play a game every day. If you have a kid, if you have, if you work a ton, like,
Yeah.
I totally get if you're like, I can't do this, and that's fine. Like that's no slight against you, but people who do have the time and who do sort of crave that sense of mastery,
Yep.
which it's not a thing that's gone, but it's a thing that was more present back in like I would say the 8-bit days.
Back in the earlier time.
Yeah, totally. I think that's like, it's a weird place to find it now, because obviously this game looks nothing like a game like Mega Man or Castlevania. But
Right, but
what
really,
about
like
Castlevania?
the spiritual,
Yeah.
the essence of that.
Yeah,
right?
that sort of core feeling of those old NES games is alive and well in Dark Souls. F.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh God, he just has zero love for you.
No, I know. Let's see. Don't do that. Coming up here.
Come on,
Ah!
come on. Is he gonna take the bait? No. This is like the Headless Horseman. He cannot cross.
Won't cross the bridge. Nope, that didn't work well.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
What?
Was that a
Just
parry?
Slap me?
Nope.
F. Fine. It's fine.
Run, Marty!
That was
Run,
fine.
Marty!
So I'm afraid to, if I go back and grab... F.
You can do it.
This is also this is a much different... I was telling you before the stream, I played through Dark Souls 1 and 2 using magic.
Yes.
I was a coward.
And now
I would shoot soul arrows, and I would hang back, and I would wait, and then I would shoot great soul arrows, and that's how I got through those games. And I think after playing Bloodborne, I was like, no, this is how I'm gonna play the game now. And now
admitting it is the first step.
Yeah, we rolled a character like this for the live stream, and
now you're swording and boarding it.
Yeah.
You're also using, I think that's the leather shield.
Yes.
You don't have anything heavier?
No, we don't have anything heavier.
Goodness.
I know. We'll get there.
Okay. Let's go back to Twitter.
Yes.
Sorry, Twitter.
Love you, Twitter. Again, you can tweet at us at IGN using the hashtag IGN Plays Live. Please ask your questions about Dark Souls, about Bloodborne, about cats,
anything,
about dogs,
general.
about generals,
About Zeus.
top 10 generals.
A lot of Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne comparison questions.
Yeah.
I feel like we're coming to the end of that road.
Yeah. Let's see if.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Estus flasks are definitely slower than the blood vials.
Oh yeah.
Says Paul.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
absolutely the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, it's interesting how from all the Souls games have had different methods of. Oh, there we go. Got my souls back.
So what
Invader's
was
gone. I think it worked because I died far enough away. The Invader is spawning near that other.
Oh, I see.
Near that other one.
That'd be interesting to test if you went back. See if you get
Just
invaded
get
again.
killed every time.
I have faith you'd beat him eventually.
This is how we're gonna end the live stream. It's gonna be me versus Dennis.
Just you crying.
It's just Dennis is so mean. Yeah, so I mean, Dark Souls originally was pure Estus flask.
Yep.
Dark Souls 2 came around, and we had Estus flasks and the life gems.
Yes.
Which are consumable, and then obviously Bloodborne, everything's consumable, but
Right.
blood vials are much more plentiful.
Yeah, I think that transition from Estus to having a permanent consumable like the life gems.
Totally.
I think that transition really finally came over to Bloodborne. It's funny, like if you look at Dark Souls and then you look at Bloodborne, you can, and then you look at the differences between the two,
Yeah.
and then you look at Dark Souls 2.
Yep.
You can kind of see where things started.
Yeah,
to,
yeah. You're
to
like,
really
all right.
take
You're
a
like,
turn.
okay, I'm understanding sort of their thought process.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. And I wonder if, like, after Dark Souls 2, they were like, Miyazaki was in a room, right? And he was just like, all right, I want super fast.
Yep.
I don't want recharging Estus
Yep,
flasks. And they're like, no, this needs to be a different game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that.
This isn't going to work. But again, 2 different games now, and I'm really glad they both exist.
No, absolutely. Yeah, and if you honestly, this is one of those like, if Bloodborne was your first step in the series, and you're like, man, this is like, I want more of this. Like,
Yeah.
by all means, like you're gonna totally take Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like finding a book that you really, really love. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
And wanting more of it.
Absolutely.
And then going and reading something else by the same author.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, where you can see those similar, like the similar style and the similar tenets and everything.
yeah.
We'll show
Themes.
We'll go to Heidi's Tower of Life, which is just the angriest little area. This is another area that things have changed quite a bit, which we'll see.
Juggernaut Gamer asks, are the Souls games campaigns large, or are they small, but it takes a while because you die a bunch?
They are large, but, I mean, they're large, but when you see people speedrun them, you're like, oh, man.
I know.
And it's definitely one of those, the first time through is always going to be the one that takes the longest.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, none of the games are short by any means.
No. To get cheesy, right? Like, knowing is half the battle
Yeah,
when it
totally.
comes to a FromSoftware game. So, like,
and I want FromSoftware to make a G.I. Joe game.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
Oh.
G.I. No!
No! G.I. No.
So once you have an understanding of what you're doing, where you're going, mechanically, it's just a matter of executing it perfectly every time, which doesn't happen.
And it's also knowing things like that. Like, I was like, well, usually I take my time, but I saw that guy, and I'm like, if I just keep swinging, he's going to die before he can actually hit me.
Oh, this guy.
This dude.
Was he there?
No, there's a bunch of dudes that are just chilling around here.
Because he's the Hilda Knight? Hyde Knight?
Yeah, but he's the dude who doesn't do anything. He doesn't talk to you. He just chills.
If you fight him,
you can get his armor.
You can get his armor.
This dude's just a legit jerk. I'm not a fan of this guy.
Actually, oh wow.
Yep.
So you can't roll between people's legs in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Remember that?
You remember that game called Bloodborne where you felt like a speedy little Gonzalez?
Bradburn.
That was actually a quester. It was a quester.
This is my favorite quester.
That was a question as well on Twitter, asking where the Hyde Knight's armor is since it's not in the Forest of the Giants anymore. I think that's probably the answer.
Yeah,
right there.
Well,
is that because originally you get the sword and then you get the
these
spear.
guys at the base of the tree. But so we have these guys who are here now.
Oh, okay.
And we have another one at the top here. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna die on purpose, just to show you something. It's like
yeah, that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, maybe I won't die. Maybe I'll just run back.
Yeah, maybe let's just. Oh no, you're gonna die
yeah.
for sure. Okay, so there's a dragon there now.
Yeah, there's a dragon there. He was about to breathe fire on me.
And 2 extra knights.
Yep.
And
follow me.
your giant ancient stone guardians again.
Yeah. I mentioned in my review, this is not a good entry point into the series.
Sins of the First Scholar?
Yeah, Scholar of the First Sin is not a good entry point. This game is hard, and this game is mean. And this game, I feel like, would like make you shy away from the series as a whole if this was your first time through it.
So so there's sort of a school of thought really from Dark Souls is like is it hard on purpose or is it just difficult and then expects you to rise to its level?
Yeah.
So I feel like Scholar of the First Sin is hard on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's there's no like easing you into anything. It's very much just like nope. Like you better know what you're doing because we're not going to tell you what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, we're going to immediately throw the challenge at you more so than any time before.
Now, do you think they expected you to play the first Dark Souls 2 already, and like this, or are they trying to bring new people in with?
That's a really interesting question too, honestly. Oh, look at this dude!
I know it's not a question for you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really interesting question. Also, you can't get to that chest unless. I'm
really curious what happens if you kill these guys because in Dark Souls 2 they were. The Hyde Knights were very, methodically placed, right?
Yeah.
And they always drop some. Oh.
I'm gonna see if.
Oh no.
Wait.
Oh, this is gonna be a bad time.
This is a good idea. I feel like this is a good idea.
Yeah. I feel good about this. No. Okay. Goodbye.
God. Hey, one of them fell with me.
All right.
Felt good about that.
Is there a guy underwater?
No, he fell after me. I think.
No, I think that's the upside down reflection.
No. Oh yeah, there's an entire underwater world now. No.
Really?
That'd be really.
I was gonna say. Do you have to disarm bombs?
Oh jeez. I want them to make a Turtles game too.
Yeah.
I want FromSoftware.
Thank you for getting that. Thank you. I was like, I hope that wasn't cryptic. Is it worth getting Scholar of the First Sin? I mean, do you like Dark Souls 2?
Yeah. I mean that is a weird question. I don't know if it's worth double dipping in. It depends how much you like it. Obviously, you've seen here. I'm gonna pop into that boss really quick and see. I'll let y'all watch me die quick. It's one of those things you see here, like. The enemy placement is different enough to where, again, it feels familiar, but at the same time, it definitely feels different. So, if that's something you're totally into, then by all means, like if you were one of those people that you're still not burnt out on the Soul series, like if you're still after Bloodborne still craving more, then yeah, totally.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Bradburn.
It kind of
Jesus Christ. Oh, I got to the boss. I don't care. No, I didn't! Oh my god! F this game.
All right. Really, so much harder it seems than originally.
It's just rude.
I mean, maybe it's also been a while, right?
It has been a while. Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you're looking for more Dark Souls, if you're looking for more Dark Souls 2 in particular, I think probably Scholar of the First Sin is the way to go.
Yeah, and there's
going to be enough different about it that you'll feel like. I mean, I don't want to use the phrase "get your money's worth."
No, totally.
You don't know for everyone.
But this is the definitive best version of the game.
This is the director's cut.
It's the director's cut. It has all of the cool.
With over 2 hours of commentary from James Cameron.
I want to hear what James Cameron thinks about this game, actually.
This should be bluer.
I like your James Cameron impression.
Thank you.
Oh, Dennis!
Is it worth going back and playing Dark Souls before Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First?
Man, I really wish Dark Souls.
First
off, narratively, like there's no. Don't worry.
Like, I mean narratively, yeah. Oh, really? Hello again.
He's back. Our friend Dennis.
Dennis.
Oh, Dennis.
He looks like a Dennis.
I don't even know what that means.
Dang
Look
it.
at he does that little dance every time he
Dang
dies,
it,
too.
Dennis, you even fell down a hole.
I used to be good at video games. Yeah, I've had this weird relationship with this series because I never played Demon's Souls, and then the first time I played Dark Souls was when I was just thrown onto the guide when I was on the wiki.
Oh, yeah. So you wrote the guide.
So I wrote the guide. Literally wrote the guide for Dark Souls
IGN.
1.
Yeah. He wrote the book on it.
I wrote the guide for Dark Souls 1, and then reviewed Dark Souls 2, and then it was your turn to have to suffer for Bloodborne.
Yeah, because originally there was a question like, were you going to review it or not?
Yeah.
But you had previewed it so much, right?
Yeah, I'd
at that
previewed
point.
it so much. Oh, there you are.
Oh, hey. So now we know where you live.
Nope.
Okay, so he was not here in the original game. God, that. Maybe
he also just doesn't get.
I forgot that scream. That scream is so iconic.
If I was allowed to just swear so much on the stream,
I know.
I would swear so much on the stream.
Yeah. James is shaking his head in the background. Like, nope, still not okay.
Nope, still not okay.
What about
Children
Friday, James? Can we swear on Friday? Nope, no Friday.
What if I come in here Saturday and
Hey,
stream?
speaking of Friday, Coyer Heinrich asks by texting to the hashtag IGN Plays Live.
Tweeting, not text. Don't text that.
Yeah, don't text
Please
that.
don't text. I don't
Tweet
know
us.
what that means.
Tweet us at the hashtag. You know what? You can text it, I guess. We're probably not going to see it, but...
No, definitely not.
Are you streaming same time Friday? Yes. Right now our schedule is 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yep.
I think I'm streaming this Friday. I think.
What are you streaming? What do you say?
Probably Smite on
Smoot.
PC.
Maybe Smoot?
But it is sort of up in the air right now, so I'm not sure. But yes, we will be streaming 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific on Friday.
Also, we have a special stream on Monday. Secret game. We can't talk about it.
Really?
But the stream is at 4 p.m. Correct, James? 4 p.m. PT. 2-hour stream. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. PT. Not PT like the spooky.
Nope.
Spooky
PC
game.
like Pacific time.
PT like
3 hours behind Eastern.
Yes. Super cool stuff. It's again, a lot of us are super excited about. We're keeping it secret because we're rude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
But yeah, it's a rad game. We'll have a good time.
Cool. So you can look forward to that. So really next week we're streaming 4 days. But yeah, our normal schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific. It doesn't look, Tom Lewis says, it doesn't look like load times are as brutal as Bloodborne. Nope, they're not. Never been the case. Bloodborne was particularly brutal. Particularly long load times.
Yeah, those load times. That's
apparently a patch is coming out to address it.
We'll see what that does.
Yeah, haven't seen the fruit of those.
Yeah.
That promise, but
yeah, that's definitely one of the major complaints that I think everyone shares with Bloodborne is that, especially for a game that A, you die a lot, and B, you always have to be going back to the hunter's dream. Those 40-second load times.
Yeah, how nice is it just to be able to transport
just
from
to be able
any,
to pop,
any bonfire
to pop in and out.
Are you gonna go back and see Dennis again, or what are you doing?
No, I'm gonna wander down there. First, I'm gonna get my humanity back.
Maybe go see a boss.
I wasn't crazy about the human effigy system in this game. That was one of the things last year when I reviewed it. That I feel like I don't mind that the games are punishing, but this like continues to punish you even more and more, and the punishment compounds.
Yeah. With the persistent like loss of your max.
Yeah,
HP.
Totally.
So every time you die in a Dark Souls game, you lose a little chunk. Wait.
Not one.
Not one, just two.
Just two.
You lose in one. You lost your humanity.
You lost your humanity, yeah.
But in two, you lose your humanity, and B, you lose a percentage of your max hit points down to like
Yeah.
50%, I think it is.
Yeah, and it's
Which is so brutal. Because,
because it's just like, oh, I keep trying and I keep failing and it keeps getting harder.
yeah, and you're continuously like every time it gets a little harder.
Yeah.
And then you have to use another humanity.
Oh, Dark Souls.
I remember this area. There's a guy with a crossbow on
Yeah.
your left. At least I shouldn't even like try because there's probably a dragon up there now.
Well, there was a guy with a crossbow, but now it's a dragon.
Yeah.
How do you
remember this?
with-
Can you do it? There you go. All right, Marty. Marty got hops. Marty got hops.
Did it! Got that effigy.
So we are a half an hour in to our 2-hour Dark Souls 2 : Scholar of the First Sin live stream.
Make sure you say colon every time you talk about it.
:
Nope.
We'll be streaming till 3 p.m. Pacific. Taking your questions on Twitter using the hashtag IGN Plays Live.
Yep.
Speaking of,
Ooh, segues.
more Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2 comparison questions. Do you guys think Bloodborne was a child's play in comparison with Dark Souls Scholar of the First Sin?
Child's play. Bloodborne's pretty
From
tough.
@Caleb Torso. No,
Definitely-
I think.
Definitely not child's play.
Yeah, no, I think this is harder.
Yeah.
Personally, I felt Bloodborne was harder than Dark Souls 2. But that's primarily, I think, now that I've had time to digest it, I think that's primarily because I'm so used to this sort of methodical.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Like Marty's playing Bloodborne right now.
Yeah, I'm playing. That's the one thing. Is
Yeah.
I'm totally playing Bloodborne right now.
Because he is going in and hacking and slashing.
Yep.
And in Dark Souls 2, it's really all about chess match, right?
Yep.
It's like they swing, you block, you swing, they block,
Yeah.
and somewhere in there, one of you makes a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also weird because again, like it took me a while to get used to Bloodborne because
Right.
I was not a melee fighter. in
Yeah,
Souls games.
I noticed like the first two bosses in Bloodborne are particularly hard.
Oh yeah, the Cleric Beast and Father Gasiglione's
Gasiglione. So I think it's Gascoigne,
probably.
but I like Gasiglione
I
better.
like Gasiglione. It makes him seem like he's
Oh,
sort of a
he's
mob
new.
star.
Hello.
Yeah. So, see things.
After that, it kind of like evens out the difficulty as far as. Okay.
I should have known that. That's not a new attack.
Yeah,
I'm an
no.
idiot.
No.
Not happy with myself there.
But yeah, when I played Bloodborne, I was doing it the methodical Dark Souls way, and I did not have a good time. No, can't do that.
I can't
do that.
This is not Bloodborne.
I think if you dodge to the left, you can get behind him because he swings from the. Oh, there you go. Nope. All right.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, okay.
Promise I was good at this game at one point.
That
in
is
my
the
life.
thing about Dark Souls. Like, as soon as they hit that blow and you go
Oh,
through
and
your
you're
death
like, yeah,
animation,
yep, that's happening. Yep, that's happening.
and you're like,
That's happening.
oh god, and it's just like now I know I have to wait for what 30 seconds before I
Yeah.
get back into it. It's the worst feeling ever. More questions from Twitter.
Tweetar.
No more questions.
Why
Still
Tweetar?
updating. Service is not what it used to be in here.
RIP service.
Patty asks again. Thank you for some new questions, Patty, and Coyer, and Juggernaut Gamer. All you guys really stepping
All
up.
the bests.
What do you think about FromSoftware's way of telling the story through item descriptions? I love it.
I love it too. Man, coming in every day while a bunch of us are playing Bloodborne and sort of everyone being like, "What the hell's happening?" Like,
Yeah,
you know, like, did you find this thing? Did this thing happen
Yep.
to you? What do you think this thing means?
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Is the coolest, and so few games do that.
It is one of the only games I've ever played where you have water cooler moments.
Yeah, totally. Right? Yeah.
Right. So it's like Monday after an episode of Game of Thrones
Yeah,
or whatever you watch.
exactly.
It's, hey, did you see this thing? Because I think I know what this means.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
And being the first person to be like, "No, I
Right?
got this." Yeah. Yeah.
There's a point of pride, right?
Oh,
Like,
totally. Yeah, when
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 came out, the first one came out, I was like, man, like the first person who got down by the lake, was like, that Hydra, like
Yeah.
the Hydra just messed us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like so great though to have that like, then that camaraderie of like, man, we got past this, what's gonna be next?
Everyone talking together, sharing ideas.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like, I reviewed the game, and I was talking to Brendan the other day, and he's like, oh, yeah, did you find that big spinning wheel of fiery death? And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
no, I have not. Let
Yeah,
me see.
exactly.
Let me see what this does.
Yeah.
And he described it pretty perfectly.
Sounds like a big spinning wheel of fire death.
Yeah. So Curtis Haas wants to know,
Hey, Curtis.
what was your favorite Souls boss? Mine was the Gargoyle, because it was my first Souls boss, and I cried a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, oh man. Best
Gargoyle
Souls
was good.
boss is it's super tough.
Favorite boss?
I mean, the one that sticks with me the most is Ornstein and Smaug.
I knew you were gonna say
I mean,
that.
which is like
Everybody talks about Ornstein and Smaug the way everyone talks about like Costco on a Sunday.
Yeah.
it's like
it's the Costco on a Sunday of video games.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be really hard, but it's sort of it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, and it's like one of those like it's kind of worth it. Like
yeah, I mean the savings alone.
Yeah.
Ornstein and Smaug is a good one. I didn't actually have a huge problem with them. I think I got them on the 3rd or 4th try. The one that really got me, that I almost rage quit the game, caused me to actually go back and grind out levels, was the Four Kings.
Oh man, the Four Kings.
Yeah. So I didn't realize like.
It's got arrows everywhere through me.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Darks, this is not. I love streaming this game. This is not a good game to stream.
No. Have you fought the Pursuer yet?
No.
Have you fought him like the first time you can
Oh
fight
yeah,
him
yeah.
where
The
he
first
kills
time
you?
he pops up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes.
He's dropped off by a bird.
And he comes in more often in this game. He'll come in other places too.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's cool.
He's a legit pursuer now.
Oh right.
Not just like an every once in a while lure.
For those who don't know, the Pursuer is a gigantic silver knight that just wrecks your stuff.
Comes in like on a bird. And eventually has to fight
Bird
with
drops
the
him
boss.
off.
Yeah, he's bird dogging. Just classic bird dogging.
Yeah, Four Kings for me by far. Because when I beat them, I felt like I was the master of the universe.
Yeah, it's another one of those things where
He-Man.
like everyone, He-Man, Man-at-Arms. It's another one of those things where everyone has those certain bosses where they're like, man, Cleric Beast took me so long. Like, dude, Cleric Beast every time, the first time, kill it easily. But I'm like, man, Father Castiglione's. And
Right.
other people are like, nah, man, I
really?
Yeah,
No.
second time.
It just bob and weave.
Jesus,
Oh.
why did I forget about that again?
I love streaming with Marty because Marty jumps at like the slightest thing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's the best.
Yeah.
It brings me. You're gonna catch this other boulder if you don't hurry.
Wait, no, I'm not. There's a second one?
Isn't there?
No.
Isn't it just a constant stream of boulders, or am I thinking
No,
of?
you're thinking of that other area.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah. The
Oh.
other area, and also from Dark Souls 1, the temple.
Oh yeah.
The snake-headed temple guys. Also,
Sen's Fortress.
Sen's Fortress. Something I just realized. A lot of beast-like animals in Dark Souls.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
enemies like snakes, bats.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's sort of something
This
to
is
be.
the thing. Miyazaki-san. You like beast snakes?
Yeah.
Wolves?
Wolves.
Man, there's some interesting. I don't want to go into like crazy spoilers for Bloodborne, but people are still unraveling some mysteries of that game.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of trying to keep up to date with it myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm going on like Google like Bloodborne lore
Yeah,
mark.
right. Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky. And seeing the crazy stuff that people are coming up with.
It's nuts, right?
There's a guy out there, a YouTuber apparently, who like does really good lore
Vati.
videos. Who?
Yeah, Vati does
Vati.
some
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
ones, and
That's the guy.
Epic Name Bro.
An epic name, bro. Yeah. And so I
I
started
believe
watching.
Epic Name Bro is actually doing the official Bloodborne guide, which is
he?
going to be out later this month, I think, or next month.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, which
like,
is super cool. That like,
congratulations. to
yeah,
him.
absolutely, because it's like, yes, take someone who's like one of the most diehard fans of the series,
Yeah.
and give them the power to do what they do best on a bigger scale.
Yeah, and I mean, especially from his perspective too, right? Like,
Like, dude, you made it.
pursue something you love, and
Yeah.
then by the way, the checks will come.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, a lot of really cool things in all of these games that, like going back to the animal thing, right? Like, is there something to be learned from there? Is there
Yeah,
a
totally.
philosophy there?
Yeah.
And then back to Bloodborne, like obviously there's, I mean, I picked up like some religious connotations
Oh
in there.
my god, absolutely. Yeah,
And-
that whole, I mean, everything. Like, if you start diving into like what Yharnam is built on, and
Yeah,
everything,
exactly.
sort of-
Like the belief system and all
Yeah,
that. Again,
yeah.
no spoilers, but you know there are layers. I feel like you could probably teach a class, like
Oh,
a
dude,
college level
absolutely.
prep
Yeah,
course
yeah.
on FromSoftware.
Yeah, and just the fact, like, again, if you watch some of those videos, like the fact that they've been handling a lot of these themes since like Kingsfield.
Yeah,
Like they've been like dabbling in this stuff for so long.
it's been a forever.
Yeah.
Jake wants to know: are the graphics that noticeable compared to the original? Noticeable.
Yeah, especially if you played it on console.
Yeah.
It's
Less so from
yeah, less so if you played it on PC.
current gen to PC.
Current gen to PC, yes.
So this is out also for last gen as well.
Yeah, so it's out for last gen. It does have minor visual updates, but it definitely doesn't look like this.
Okay.
I can't speak authoritatively to the Xbox One version because we didn't get it early. Online, I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I don't think it's too much of a worry. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, is it here? Oh, no, there. Okay.
Gabriel says, hello from Bolivia, first of all.
Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Gabriel. Do you think the weapon durability, quote, bug is there on purpose? I actually don't know about this.
Your weapons are not very durable.
Okay.
Like, very quickly, like, in the opening, like, 30 minutes, the sword I was using broke.
Oh, wow.
What is happening? I'm like, this isn't...
So is it one of those, oh, it's a bug, wink?
Yeah,
or
I mean, so
that's
what people are sort of wondering. Which,
okay.
I mean, that's the funny
God,
thing.
What a just middle finger from
Yeah.
FromSoftware, right?
Like,
no, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
Along with those load times.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on fat rolling in Souls? I don't know what it is, but hey, more power to you.
It's just this. I think it's just like, I mean, because if you look at this game, you're like, man, these characters are way out of shape compared to Bloodborne characters.
Yeah. These guys move like.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Moving through putty. Do you have any trouble with Gwyn, Lord of Cinder? Jordan asks. In the first Dark Souls.
Wins, yeah.
No, I didn't have any trouble with him. I think by that time I was. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking at the other side. This is,
Yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah.
That armored guy was not there.
Yeah.
On the first run through.
Can you ever raise this? I don't think you
no, you come in from the other side.
Yeah.
Did you have any trouble with Gwyn on Dark Souls 1?
Ish, a little bit. I think by the time I got to him, I had, obviously, it was the end of the game. And I think I'd gotten pretty good. And Gwyn, I kept my distance, and with magic, I was just fine.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I had the exact opposite. I put on, what is it, the Wasp Ring or something that allows you to do riposte crits for like monstrous numbers. Yeah. And I just went there and like ding, 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 and he gave up the flame pretty quick.
Did you play the Prepare to Die stuff, the Artorias of the Abyss?
Yeah, I did. I don't think I finished it.
Yeah.
One of those things that like I'm that kind of person, like when I play a game, I get super absorbed into it. And then once I'm done, there's always something else that I
Yeah, totally.
It's really hard for me to go back and like finish up once I get out of that headspace.
Yeah.
How's the PS4 controller with Dark Souls 2?
That's great. I love the PS4
Awesome.
controller. I love the Xbox. We're at a time with some good controllers.
Yeah. No, they're both really. I always preferred. You remember the Duke?
Oh, the Duke.
Yeah, I actually really liked it. The hamburger, I think, is what people called it as well.
The hamburger.
I actually really liked it for my hand size.
Yeah.
But I think I've always enjoyed I enjoyed the Xbox 360 controller way more than the PS3 controller.
Yeah.
But now I just kind of feel like they're both so comfortable.
Yeah, totally.
That it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, I feel like they both learned from one another.
Ergonomics. There was some stupid news story, right? Like Microsoft spent $10 million perfecting the ergonomics of the Xbox One controller. I'd be really interested to see like that
where
process.
that money actually went.
Well, yeah, that process and how it unfolds. We're talking about controllers.
I'm just yelling. I'm sorry. I'm just being dumb.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't you dare apologize.
Right.
Lawrence from Scotland asks,
"What are you doing awake?" Wait.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know how time works. No, it's fine. You're awake.
8 hours.
Yeah.
They're GMT -1.
Yeah.
GMT.
Oh man, I don't even know what that means.
UTC.
What? GK?
You know me.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Hey guys, Lawrence from Scotland. What's your favorite Bloodborne trick weapon?
Bradburn.
Favorite Dark Souls 2 weapon? What's your favorite trick weapon?
Oh man. Jeez. What's this guy? I think so, honestly, like, I still love the look of just that sock lever.
Yeah.
Of just how it looks at the beginning.
It's super
so iconic.
Just
nothing's going well for me, Brandon.
You better just. Oh, you got a guy in the doorway too.
So.
Quaff.
If you haven't seen the.
Run, Marty.
Oh, I'm running right to the pursuer though.
God.
No. I'm running in a direction I don't want to run in. God! This is all. Everything's going wrong. That's not an entrance.
Oh, sweet Jesus. One of them's almost dead. Can you pin there? That one. Kill him. Okay. I think the armadillo guy is gone.
I should be able to take this guy out. If I can't take this guy out, I don't deserve to be on the show. Yep.
Oh, okay. There
Broadsword
it is.
1 at risk. Okay.
Wow.
6, I don't
That is unfortunate. Because now you have to go back and repair, or
No, I have repair
keep
power.
going.
I have repair powder, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you got to check out that flaming wheel thing or whatever the hell.
Dude, I know that thing is
that thing's insane.
a little silly. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak to that. But Bloodborne, I mean, the axe is my go-to.
Yeah.
I doesn't matter the situation, I'll make it work.
Yeah, but so many of them just look cool. The Kirk hammer looks amazing.
Right. So my next point was going to be, I think the scythe is probably.
Oh my god! Yeah, that looks
the burial blade.
badass.
The what?
Oh, the katana.
The blood katana. Yeah. That thing is ridiculous. I was watching a PvP video with that.
Yeah.
And the guy would just like stuck it in his sheath and like blood squirted out of his
his
like hip.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening? And then he just wrecked somebody with it. That's cool too. And then Dark Souls 2 weapon, I don't know, probably the Hide Spear is what I was using.
Soul Arrow. I'm upgrading my dexterity so that I can use my spears.
Still think it was a good idea to keep the no pause menu. Eduardo Everett asks.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think so. Yeah,
never get rid of it. I love the fact that there is no. I mean, what FromSoftware games do so well is like put you in this cocoon of just like suck, right?
The cocoon of the suck.
The cocoon of suck. This oppressive like bubble of like no rest, no respite.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically designing around the fact that these are video games. And in
Yeah,
video
totally.
games, you can pause it, walk away, get a smoothie.
Yeah.
You know, if you want.
Get a smoothie.
Yeah, get a smoothie, take a break.
Yeah, get a
rest.
get a McFlurry
I
from
said
our good
smoothie
friends at
'cause
McDonald's.
literally that's what I had for lunch
Yeah.
was a smoothie.
Oh, that's why you're talking about smoothies.
So they're designing around that fact by not allowing you to really get that feeling until you're back at the campfire.
Yeah.
I think that's rad.
Yeah, I love how there's very few moments of safety, but when you're there, the safety just feels so good.
Aaron Gordon asks you, would you guys think it's worth to upgrade from Dark Souls 2 with all the DLC already to Scholar of the First Sin on PC? I mean, again,
on PC? I mean, if you...
Mod community is always pretty good on PC.
Mod community is always really good.
These games.
And if you think, like, if the different enemy placement is something that's super appealing to you, yeah, totally.
Connor McKinney asks, Dark Souls 2 doesn't look as slow as people say. Is that gameplay really that slow? I think where the slow thing comes from is just, like Marty said, we are in that, we're literally in the wake of Bloodborne. Right?
Yeah,
like
seriously.
We're in that period right after it came out.
Yeah, I think that's why we're thinking.
Bloodborne is a much faster experience.
Yeah.
Before Bloodborne, this was the speed of Dark Souls games. It wasn't slow. It was just this is how fast they were.
Exactly.
But now there's that comparison to be made, so that's why you're seeing that.
Yeah. Using that house key.
Okay.
Y'all spookies in here?
John Dempsey wants a Demon Souls remaster. That's fair.
That'd be cool. I want a Dark Souls 1 remaster.
Zach wants to see you fight a boss.
I'll fight the pursuer. It'll happen. I'll die. Unless I can shoot my arrows. Also, one of my favorite things in Souls games is just rolling into pottery.
Adam Tyrell says I have a good last name.
Adam Tyrell?
Yeah.
There can only be one.
Two R's, 2 L's, though. So that's interesting.
Adam Jensen says he didn't ask for this.
Adam Jensen.
Remember Adam Jensen?
Deus Ex joke.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex. What would you rate this game and why? We have an entire review for that. You can read it.
Yeah, a 9.0 because the words I wrote.
Do you think... okay, so it's kind of the same question, but Cameron rephrased it a little differently. What are we most likely to see? Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne 2, or something new? Hopefully all three. I can't imagine... the way games work is that if they make money, they get a sequel, generally. What happened? What? Marty, who hurt you? You alright?
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Do you want some diet energy drink?
I don't want your sweet diet energy. Oh yeah, that's what I just had. Oh, and you're having one too.
Yeah.
But it's warring. It's like the Capulets and the Montagues.
Oh, that's
the Red
right.
Bulls and the Rockstars.
Yeah, our branding is tearing us apart.
Yeah. The only thing I want in life now is to go into this mansion and murder that skeleton very hard.
We'll play some Mario Party?
Play some Mario Party.
Again, are we going to see Dark
you
Souls 3?
You gotta go closer to your mouth. That's
Closer?
what James. Is that what James said? We did it, James.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Appreciate it, James.
Thanks, James.
Sorry, folks.
Bye,
Quiet
James.
at home. Are we going to see Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne 2 or a new game? Again, we kind of touched on this earlier. The way video games work is if they make money, they get sequels.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2 makes money. Bloodborne makes money.
Yeah.
FromSoftware's got a big team.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what how well Bloodborne sold.
Yeah, I
Because
really want to see the
in
numbers.
our little bubble, why is it so effing dark in this area? In our little bubble, everyone was talking about the game, and I'm wondering if that sort of went outside of that. Like,
yeah, I mean everyone's talking about the game. Period.
Yeah.
My review for the game
Did
just
super
broke
well.
like 60,000 comments
Yeah.
or something like that.
A billion.
Yeah, a billion comments. 1 week,
didn't
1 billion. People love that game.
Yeah.
People love talking about that game, especially. And the more people talk about something, the more other people find out about it.
Yeah. I'm just squinting at this because everything's dark. I don't know if
There
you
is a
can-
torch thing that you can light there.
Where?
You can light it.
Oh,
you have
yeah,
to bring
yeah.
a torch from
Yeah.
the
From the bonfire.
the
I think I
rest
got it.
fire.
I got everything. The rest fire.
The fire that you rest upon which you rest. Hey, Tyson Somerville says the
Hey,
weapon
Tyson.
condition bug happens when you hit dead bodies, so avoid spamming attacks and space out your kills. Don't know if that's true.
AKA, just be better than Marty.
But if that is, thank you, Tyson. Do you think there will be a Dark Souls 3? Yes. Are you guys tired of remasters? Greetings from Portugal. Hello, Portugal.
Hey, Portugal.
And I'm sorry, man. I'll butcher that if I try it. Goncalo
Giancarlo?
Cunha, I think.
Yeah, you butchered it.
All right. You guys tired of remasters?
No, I mean...
I think this is a weird time to ask.
Yeah.
Because
I don't... Not yet, no. I'm gonna kill this pig.
oh no. Oh no.
Okay, no, I'm actually gonna run
Yeah,
because if
no.
I die at the pig, I'm probably not gonna be allowed to keep my
Bloodborne's
job.
pigs were bigger.
Yeah. That's not gonna dispute that.
I think this is a weird time to ask that question because in the first year of any new console, you generally see. That's not 100% true because this is really the first time it's happening, right? Like there were not many remasters from Xbox to Xbox 360.
No, I think what the remasters are indicative of is that it's much more difficult to develop for these two boxes than people thought.
Well, also, and stakes are higher now, right?
Stakes are higher. AAA games are getting a lot more expensive.
A lot more time required.
Yeah,
5
totally.
years to develop it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if Scholar of the First Sin gives FromSoft the time and money they need to make another rad game, I'm
Cool.
fine with that. And again, no one's putting a gun to your head. You don't have to buy these.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
if
Last of Us Remastered Edition.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
If you played Last of Us, I mean, a lot of people were saying that was going to be the system seller for the PS4, but
absolutely.
a lot of other people were saying like, well, I already played that on PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then maybe don't buy a PS4 for that game.
Yeah.
Like wait until something else new comes out.
Totally.
Which now you have Bloodborne, or you have other games, right?
Bradburn.
Bradburn.
For some reason, Brian Altano kept calling it Bradburn.
It's like, what
He's like, hey,
what am I not getting?
He's like,
I know this
borrow your
reference.
copy of Bradburn for the weekend?
Is that a Three's Company reference? I don't know. Yeah, again, like remaster, it's just like any other video game. If it's not for you, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's for someone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't have the same, like, I know, like, Colin always used to go on the rants of, like, man, does he still, I mean, he still does. He does not like these remasters. But I'm just like, well, I don't know. I don't think, it's not like they're taking away from something else. It's not like they can only make X amount of video games.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know, do you think it's because there's, like, this prevailing thought that you're obligated to pick up every big-name title?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't feel like that's, like, there are plenty of big AAA games that I see, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
But, whatever.
I have other stuff to do.
Yeah,
though,
totally.
Like, I have other cool games I can play.
Yeah, and I think everyone, it's funny because everyone's always like, man, I'm so sick of these remasters. But if X came out, I would love it.
Yeah, exactly.
If a Mass Effect trilogy came
But
out, I would
if
love
my
it.
game
If Fallout
got
3 came out,
remastered-
I would love it.
Man,
if an
if it-
Uncharted trilogy came out, I would love. It's like, yeah, well, that's how everyone kind of is.
Yeah. Like, I don't own a Nintendo system. I mean, I still have my N64 and my original NES.
Yeah.
But if they remastered, like, Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen, I would buy a Wii U tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's probably all I would play for the
That's
next
it.
year.
That's all you need. And they're like, hey, Zelda came out.
No.
Jeez, what is-
Just run.
No, I want to. Bradburn!
Oh, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing Bloodborne. That's the problem.
You are. You only have 4 left. You don't get 20 Estus flasks. Just.
Get out of here. Why is everyone so fast? I'm fine. Man, they are just...
God, I love that depth of field. I forgot about that.
Looks cool, right?
Yeah, that guy's going to hit you in the face
No,
with a Molotov.
I hear turtle.
Hello, if you're just joining us.
I'm sorry.
Are playing
I forgot
Dark
to-
Souls
I
2.
forgot to
No,
speak.
you do you. I'll do me. We're playing Dark Souls 2, Skull of the First Sin.
Yep.
Marty right now is running,
No, I'm gonna kill this whole gang.
putting on a show of
Fools.
the differences between Bloodborne and Dark Souls series.
Yeah. Get over there.
If you're just joining us, we'll be streaming for another hour and 5 minutes. You can get at us with questions, comments, concerns, recipes.
Oh man, recipes would be good.
Quandaries,
Yeah.
I guess.
Do
Do we accept quandaries?
Man, look how many of these.
Wait, did they all come back?
I don't know, dude.
No, those
they're
guys
just-
fell off and then just didn't
there's just-
know how ladders work.
There's a lot of dinguses up there.
That armored dude really throws a wrench in the hole.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where is that. Is that thing a soul?
Where?
Or like there's an item up
Oh,
here,
yeah,
like
yeah,
near
off
the
in
top
the
of the
distance,
screen.
yeah.
Like, where is that?
Where? Oh, you know where that is? Those, where Dennis was?
Yeah.
When you climb up that ladder?
Oh yeah.
The two armadillo dudes used
Man,
to be right there.
the one cool thing about playing this, I feel like I'd never noticed that, like how interconnected everything is on PS3. So
And that's one thing that I actually preferred about Dark Souls over Dark Souls 2 is like this whole world is like this, but Dark Souls 2, like at some point a big bird comes and picks you up and takes you over
totally,
to
you're
the
just
next
like, oh,
area.
you're in a prison now. Yeah.
But like even in our review discussion video, I used the same point that I'll say again right now is like in Dark Souls, you climb up that hill after the castle where those catagators are,
Yeah.
and you look down on the castle.
Yeah.
And I mean, you laughed then, you laugh now. Like, what, do they have an actual name?
No, I don't.
I think
Probably,
they're
but I
catagators.
don't know. I'm fine with calling them catagators.
God, I don't even remember what they look like now.
It's old Stephen Fredazernaris.
Oh, this guy. But yeah, you climb up to that cliff and you look down on the castle, and it's just this sense of pride, right, that
Totally.
washes over
Like,
you.
I did it.
You see the whole thing. All right, let's go back to Twitch.
Hey, Twitter.
Christian Alvarez wants to know, have you experienced any new threats from new enemy placements in Dark Souls 2 Skull of the First Sin?
Yeah. Yep.
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
Marty got electrocuted.
Yeah. All 30 times in the stream.
Jordan Hellcell says, I heard they made dual-wielding weapons in Dark Souls 2 better.
I was never a dual wielder.
No, I wasn't
Yeah,
either.
I don't know. I'm maybe too much of a coward.
How does it feel to transition from Bloodborne to Dark Souls 2?
Weird.
Ask Brad.
Like weird. It's good, but it's weird.
Yeah, strange.
Definitely weird.
Just like riding one kind of bike and then switching to a unicycle and then trying to go back to a bike, I guess. Something like
Yeah,
that.
and it's not like
an analogy like that.
Yeah. It's not like unicycles or bikes are any better or worse. It's
Just
the way they
different. Oh. Are you going to backstep? Nope. Nice. I like that.
are. Jeez, why do they keep doing
Can
this?
you go up the ladder? I feel like those armadillo guys are gone now, right? At the top of the
These
building?
aren't the same guys.
No, at the top of the building where that soul was.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that could
No,
be...
no, I don't.
Are they still there? Nice.
Sword's already at risk. Why did I do that?
There you go. They're all dead.
We did it.
Yay. Do you miss rings?
Miss rings a little bit.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
I missed rings in Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I know ruins.
Runes.
A word like that. I know they kind of took the took over
Place,
the mantle
yeah.
of what rings should or were in Dark Souls. I just felt like rings had more variety to them.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. This is. Oh, we're gonna go back to that locked door.
Also, you didn't have to kill giant werewolves that hurled fireballs at you to get them.
Yeah, that's true.
Send us your questions. Send us
So
your
angry.
comments. Again, recipes maybe to on Twitter. You can reach us at hashtag IGN Plays Live.
Yes, IGN Place Live. We're here every
Tuesday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday, Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, and tune in this Monday from
For
4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific for a special stream of a cool video game, all
That-
rights reserved.
That we cannot talk
A secret cool video
about.
game. It's The Last Guardian.
We want. God.
It's Half-Life 3.
Oh, you started a letter writing campaign now.
And that was the most traffic we ever got for 30 seconds.
Exactly. And that was the last day Marty was on a stream.
Nope, not jumping up there. Hey, Peter Safaritz.
Hey, did you ever fight this guy?
Is he tough?
I don't know. He disappears after you go in. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. What the devils?
Is he going to stand up? Oh, no.
Nah, he's cool. Apparently he said he still had a ring.
He said he can still scrimmage.
Okay, now he won't. Now he wants to. Let's go. All right. Now here it comes. Oh, Marty. You got this. You got this. Your heart of thunder.
I murdered Peter Safaritz. Got Pate
Spear
got
and the Ring of Thorns. Okay, so he did have the ring. Yeah, I remember I talked to him when I was playing 3 not too long ago. And he was like, I still have my friend's ring that died in there.
You're like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I can have that later. And then he was just gone.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Pat's Spear, is it? Yeah, it's up right there.
Wait,
down.
This?
Yeah, that's
So
the new weapon.
Got 27. You need 27 dexterity.
Wow, you need so many more hands.
Yeah. He's got to get all those hands. You got to be, yeah.
Muscles and
Give me the
hands
hand,
and skulls.
Oh, I think I can go back and use that axe now. Oh, remember these dudes?
Oh, yeah, the ballistas. All right, back to Twitter.
I don't know why. Why did I do that? Why did I possibly run into this room? An idiot.
Connor McKinney has another question for us. Felt the armor in Bloodborne was scarce. Any better in Dark Souls 2? Really the same, right? I mean, the armor in Bloodborne was supposed to be more limited.
Yeah.
Don't you feel? Oh, what do they do? Are they still looking for you?
Yeah.
That's adorable. Wow, somebody's calling me. That's not good.
I'm so.
Is this a live show? Can they call in?
Yeah, we actually gave away your phone number's in the lower thirds.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you don't mind.
James. He gives me one of these. I don't know. I don't know how to work this.
Might not be your social security number. Who knows? I'm gonna upgrade, and then I'm gonna go fight the Berserker.
Cool. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 always had more armor.
Yeah. There's more. I think Bloodborne it streamlined everything. In terms of there's fewer weapons, fewer armor, fewer stats.
Yep.
But obviously, streamlined doesn't mean it's not
as good. Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah.
Separate but equal.
Yeah.
So I think this is the main question when you talk about Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1, 2. Which one is the ultimate challenge? Asks Goncalo, the guy. Again, sorry if that's not your name.
No, it's I don't know. It's tough because Dark Souls 1 was my first one, so it's always going to have that sort of challenge built into it. Whereas by the time Dark Souls 2 came around, I was much more comfortable.
Cool. So, I mean, is either of them the ultimate challenge, or are they just different beasts entirely?
I think they're just different beasts entirely, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like... See, yeah, I feel like some people are going to naturally... That's cool.
Keep trying to do Bloodborne.
Do you see, though, your charge attack, your R2 charge attack? Do you see...
Where that's...
maybe? Yeah, I feel like some people are just naturally will sort of migrate towards the faster style of Bloodborne, and some people will go towards the slower speed of Dark Souls. Nick Lofton asks, has the atmosphere of Dark Souls ever deterred you from playing it at times, or do you just power through?
This is a really sad, oppressive atmosphere. I like that, though.
I do, too.
It's not the only thing I like in games, obviously.
Right.
I like colorful things like Hohokam, Proteus.
Sure, yeah. I mean, basically, I think you and I can both agree. Anytime a game makes me feel something.
Oh, totally.
Like, that's what I want out of video games.
30 different, I mean...
TV shows and movies and books and conversations, right?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
anytime I can get an emotional stimulation out of something, it's a win.
Yeah.
But have you ever, like, gotten to a point in Dark Souls where you're just like, I need to stop right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely, I can't handle this sort of insane challenge all the time.
Yeah.
There's other times where I'm just like, I just can't. Just don't.
Yeah, prolonged exposure to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
sucks.
totally.
Like, I mean, you reviewed Dark Souls 2.
Oh yeah.
I reviewed Bloodborne.
And by the end of that week, you're just like, no.
Yeah, I felt there was a comment. Someone was like, "Yeah, the reviewer in the review discussion, he looked horrible in all caps."
Yeah, and you're like, well, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Thank
probably
you.
how I felt as well.
Yeah, I felt awful, tired.
Yeah.
But yes.
Especially because I mean, with those games, you have to go through so quick.
Yeah, you have to do it fast. You have to be thorough.
Yeah, like I haven't beaten Bloodborne yet. I'm still taking my time.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but.
And I mean, at home you can play 12 hours, right? We have to like write about them.
Yeah, you have
and
to write
talk
about them.
them.
You have to capture it.
I still have to be able to use words in an intelligent way. It's never, which is hard anyway.
Oh, it's impossible.
I just bang on a keyboard, and sometimes stuff comes out, and then my editor fixes it all.
It's all Dan.
Thanks, Dan. Jordan Hessill says, his beard is nice, but what would you say is the hardest boss in Dark Souls 2? First of all, thanks, Jordan.
Yeah.
Marty loves his beard.
That's pretty incredible. I like that.
You trimmed it. You trimmed your beard.
I look coiffed.
Yeah.
God, like this is the dumbest. I just want to find Pursuer. Why are there so many bad guys? Just get there. If anyone stabs me in the back, I quit this live stream. Okay.
That arrow almost
We're
got
pursuing.
you in the kidney. So this is the Pursuer.
Yeah.
There's his eagle. Ted the eagle.
His eagle, Guinevere. I'm not gonna, dude. I'm absolutely not gonna beat this guy.
You can do it.
No.
You can do it. What?
There's the thing. You can shoot him with the.
You roll
ballista.
one direction when he comes in, and you get behind him. I think it's left because he swings with his right hand, so you roll to the left.
Why is he flying?
Yes. James is nodding yes. Nope.
You guys are dicks! Ballista, I need you!
Oh,
no!
He said no.
God.
He said no. You need to get out of there now.
That is literally
Literally.
the quickest anyone has ever died in a Dark Souls boss.
I don't think that's the case.
Jesus Christ. James.
God, do you remember...
Why do you even invite me out of these things?
Do you remember...
I think there was... the game was using hacks.
What was the demon? The first demon in Dark Souls? The
Capra demon?
No, the first
Taurus
one.
demon?
The first one you fight.
Taurus demon.
No, that's the one down. In the
it's the
bird.
Capra demon. Capra demon was the one down.
The first one you fight? The big
Taurus
one?
demon is the one who's on that little bridge thing. Yeah. And then you can climb up the thing and you can stab him in the head.
Yeah, okay. So I remember the first time I played Dark Souls and I walked in that room and I saw the giant, like, the very beginning of the game. You walk into the room, you see the giant demon with his big old hammer. And I was like, I can do this. I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I'm going to beat Crushed.
Yeah, it was like, F.
Yep. More questions from Twitter. Keep them coming, guys. Michael Ruiz asks, is this worth getting if I haven't played Dark Souls 2 yet? I guess that is kind of a dumb question. Not a dumb question at all, Michael.
No such thing as a dumb question, only dumb answers.
Yep, and this one is probably going to fall into that category. No.
No.
It is, yes, it is absolutely worth getting. No, it is not a dumb question. Moving on. Would you rather see a remastered Dark Souls or a second Demon Souls for the PS4 and Xbox One?
Well, I would always rather see a
New game.
Yeah.
Bloodborne was my first Souls game.
Bradburn.
Will Dark Souls 2 feel like more of what I love, or like a step backwards? Asked Brad Miller.
It's gonna backwards.
It's gonna feel
a different dimension.
A step to the left.
Yeah. Step to the left.
It's the start of Time Warp.
It's more of a left video game, whereas Bloodborne's more of a right video game.
I see what you did there. It's not gonna feel like a step backwards. It's just different. If by backwards you mean slower, like faster pace is sort of the progression of these games.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the wrong way to look at it. Mm-hmm. But it is going to feel slower, more methodical. You can't just roll in there like Marty was demonstrating earlier. You can't just roll in there and start hacking and slashing.
You gotta it just doesn't go well.
You gotta kind of like try not to die.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing wrong. I need to try not to die. Where are the scaling things?
I mean, Trenton asks if Skull of the First Sin is worth abandoning his Dark Souls 2 game with all of the DLC and over 200 hours of gameplay.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's really not a question for us.
Yeah.
That's more of a, do you want to start over?
Abandoning is such a sad word.
It's really kind of, what do you like about Dark Souls 2? Scholar of the First Sin has different enemy locations.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you played
more enemies.
Yeah, have you played the... See?
Wow, really?
I know! This is the worst!
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Bradburn!
Ah! So that one's at risk too, right? No, it's not. It's full.
When you go to...
You went back, yeah.
Whenever you go to the bonfire, it goes back up.
So it's really a question that you have to answer. Do you want to start over or not?
It's like Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple. The choices are yours and yours alone.
Jasmine says, hey, loves us.
F!
Thank you so much. Tyson says, spoiler alert, the Pursuer might be around much more than you anticipate in this version.
True. Also...
You are going to get clubbed to death, and I can't watch. I can't watch. Ugh.
Where was that fire come from? Did you see the fire? Oh, no, they blew up a thing. But I got
yeah, one of those barrels explodes.
I got a bastard sword. I got a sword without a dad.
You got a Jon Snow?
I got a Jon Snow. I think the first time I read about a bastard sword was in, I think it was in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I was like, man, that's a mean thing to call a sword.
Yeah, right?
And I was like, oh, that's a thing.
Some people call it, yeah, I remember reading like a D&D player handbook or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And you see bastard sword, and I was like, oh, all right. It's edgy. It's an
edgy
sword. Double edgy sword.
Yeah. A double edgy sword! Dead to me!
Also called a hand and a half sword, I guess, if you really want to stay away from insults.
It doesn't. Wait, it doesn't.
What?
Oh,
no, yeah, you have to go back. If they break,
I didn't realize it broke.
If they break, you have to go repair them at what's his name with the hammer and the anvil.
Oh God, I hate this game. Why do we keep playing this?
I love it. Just feel the soul drain out of Marty.
The soul.
Sustain me. More Twitter questions. I recently picked up Bloodborne and am really interested in picking up Dark Souls 2 for PS4. How different is the learning curve? Learning curve is similar. A lot of trial and error.
Sick pants.
If you like Bloodborne, let me say this. If you like the pace at which you kind of got to know Bloodborne, it's a similar pace in Dark Souls. It's a different experience, but it's a similar pace.
Totally.
What platform is Bradborne on?
Bradburn!
Atari 2600.
Bradburn! Atari 2600.
Do you like the new enemy placement in Dark Souls 2? Scholar of the First Sin? :
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. It's different. I haven't made a full judgment call yet, but yeah, I think so.
I mean, we turned a corner where there was a door, and suddenly there was a big golden knight that wielded lightning from the heavens. So
that's always good.
That was different.
Oh, I got a total fat person role now.
Do you, Ray? You just kind of like, hold on, I'm getting
I gotta. What was I doing when I died? Oh, I went to...
Hey, do you want to, Quincy asked, could
John
you try
Quincy
some, no, not the,
Prez?
Not the famed.
Not the Prez.
Could you show some dual wielding love? Could you
Yeah.
see what that is like? Just maybe equip it in your second slot so you can switch back and forth if you need to.
Do I have that bastard? No, there it is.
Bastard.
Can you find some?
So this hot style coming for you, Quincy.
Wah.
Karate.
Karate. I'm gonna karate this dude. Oh no! I rolled into the mat. It was the saddest karate ever, and I actually did karate for a year when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What did you get a belt? Oh, you did it for a year, right?
Yeah, I think I got
So you were
like
blue?
Blue or purple or something.
I never did karate myself.
No.
I was a wrestling kid.
Ooh. Like backyard wrestling or
like
the Olympic sport?
Yeah, like the Olympic.
Bradburn!
Oh.
Stab me.
That's a good question. What else did you do as a kid? Did you play an instrument?
Yes, I played the woodwinds. I played a clarinet, and I played a saxophone, and then I got asthma, and I couldn't play it.
So the real winner here was your lungs.
The real loser here is my lungs.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
clarinet and the sax.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
I could have been a contender.
You could have been like that sexy sax man you see on every
John Quincy, sexy sax man.
You could have been the 41st president of the United States of America.
John Quincy, sexy sax.
Clint.
I don't know why I'm doing any of this. This is not Bloodborne.
Oh, okay, well that's enough dual wielding.
This is not Bradburn. That was dual wielding. I feel very uncomfortable doing it, and now I'm gonna go back to my bonfire where I feel safe. I feel like the bonfires in the Souls games are like Linus's blankets and Peanuts. It's like this safety thing that you just carry around, and it's like the only time you actually feel comfortable.
Hey, if Bloodborne 2 was made, would it be a PS4 exclusive again, or come to Xbox One? I have to say it would be exclusive.
Yeah,
right? I would think because of
much
how,
like Demon's Souls.
Yeah, because of how much development effort Sony also put into it, technically speaking, right?
Totally.
I imagine that they have a great relationship. I mean, money makes everyone happy, and I imagine Bloodborne is making some good money.
Yeah, totally.
So that relationship's probably in a pretty good place. Having said that, I think going multi-plat, also an awesome idea. Get the game into as many people's hands as possible.
I understand why exclusives work, but honestly, like, if a game is cool, I want every human being to play that game.
Absolutely. I totally feel the same way.
This is just the saddest. Keep hitting walls.
Joe Frizzle.
Jay Frizz!
Says, you should unequip weapons if they are broken. Thank you, Joe.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Learn something new every single day. Are we going to see, Josh Moore asks, are we going to see any of the new multiplayer features in the stream?
No.
I don't think so.
We're not we're just not online.
Oh, yeah, we're offline,
Yeah.
so absolutely not.
We're off the grid. Sorry.
Apparently, 6-player co-op. Do you want to talk a little bit about what they changed in that regard?
Yeah, so there's now, man, the co-op is, Jesus Christ, 6 players in this game is insane.
I can't even imagine how that would work.
Yeah, it's I don't think the more players isn't necessarily better. It's not worse. It's just extremely chaotic to have this many people running around. But I get the feeling that if this series continues, that if I die.
Do you think we're going to see like a persistent?
I think we could see
MMO?
much. I don't think ever MMO, but I think much larger scale.
Yeah.
If you made it to the end of the last DLC, which was Crown of the
Sunken?
Burnt King, Ivory King. No, Sunken was first. I believe Ivory King was the last one.
Okay.
You can unlock these 4 knights. So you can either make a beeline and fight the boss.
Spoiler.
Or I guess spoilers. That's true. Spoiler. That came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Still a spoiler.
That's true. There used to be a little beetle right here.
Beetle? Oh yeah, one of those little.
Yeah. And then you turn around and there's a shield. There's a shield at the bottom of the staircase behind you. Wow, he took damage. What did he take damage from?
I don't know.
It's like you blocked with your sword and he took damage. Oh, you already picked it up.
Oh yeah. So that if you can unlock those 4 knights, they will help you in that battle, and then you fall down into this pit, and then all of a sudden you're fighting like 20 knights, and you got like 4 dudes by your side. And I'm like, man, I wonder if this is like if a Dark Souls 3 ever comes out,
like, that's what
what
we're
it's
gonna
gonna be.
see? Yeah.
Is it's gonna be like large scale warfare? I don't know why.
First of all, that sounds rad.
That sounds super rad.
Like
every time I come up here, it's my death sentence.
Yeah, no, I know. You should, because that guy. Yep.
Where's he coming from?
And then there's another one, or was like
there's that turtle
over here.
There's a turtle. I don't talk about it.
They did move a lot of stuff around. All right, Twitter. I gave you a couple minutes. Let's see what your questions are.
Need you, T-Dog.
We are live streaming for about another 45 minutes. You can reach us on Twitter at #IGNPlaysLive.
Hash it.
We will answer your. Is he swinging at a tree?
Yeah, they're trying to kill that tree.
Why?
I don't know. The tree's an old guy.
Can't you feel its pain?
It's one of those trees. It's one of those trees that looks spooky. To be honest, if a tree looked that spooky in real life, I'd try to kill it.
That's true, too. Yeah, it is an ugly tree. Yeah, we're taking your questions, your comments, your quandaries, your concerns,
Mostly
your recipes, your
recipes.
bad jokes, original jokes.
I could handle some bad jokes if you got any bad jokes. Bad bird.
James, you got any bad jokes? He's thinking.
James just like pulls out a
well, funny you
he
should
pulls out a
ask.
pan flute. He's
What's
like,
the deal with heroin food?
I thought you were gonna say with heroin.
What's
the deal with heroin? It goes into your veins. Does that ever come out?
God.
What did I just do?
I feel like that's like Seinfeld meets Andrew Dice Clay kind of thing.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I put heroin. Get out of here.
Oh, mother Tuffet. Sat on her Tuffet. All right, enough 90s stand-up comics.
Oh, door does not open from the side.
Is this where a tweet for
Barrel's
Dark Souls
locked down.
Live says cute koala turd?
Nope.
Yeah.
It is, JK.
Yes, it is. Do you think they should take... Jordan, again, asks... Hi again, Jordan. Do you think they should take Dark Souls into MLG? Probably not.
No.
I don't even know what the barometer for success would be.
Yeah,
there.
right?
Who is the best at not getting murdered from behind when trying to go into
they
boss
already
door?
do. I think they take it into Awesome Games Done Quick, whatever that acronym is.
Yep, speedrunning.
Yeah, speedrunning. I think that's a fantastic place for it.
Yeah, really. I mean, it is, I guess, major league speedrunners.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It really is a game of just about you versus the environment.
I hate every one of these.
Marty.
Yes, that's me.
Bringer of War asks, do you like cake?
Dude, I love cake. What are you talking about? Of course I love cake.
Oh! God.
Did you purposely ask that right when I was about to get gacked by that fool? Big fan of cake.
Yeah?
Also a big fan of pie.
Yeah, so I'm a pie over cake guy.
Ooh, pie over cake.
Yeah, that's me.
What's the best pie?
That's me in a nutshell. Pumpkin pie, without a doubt.
You answer that quickly.
James,
Big
don't
fan
shake
of
your head.
pumpkin pie.
No one asks you, James. Apple
Did you say
pie?
funky apple pie? What's
Apple-
funky apple
Apple
pie?
pie is...
Apple pie is blando.
Is
Apple pie is
super-
like having
like the
I'm
same.
trying to think, what's the blandest favorite movie someone could have?
Oh. I really like You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail.
Like any rom-com, right? Like any by the numbers.
The Matrix Reloaded.
Oh my god. No, but I really like the twins.
No one likes the twins. The twins' mother doesn't like the twins.
What's the worst pie? I think without a doubt it's got to be cherry, right? Cherry pies.
Yeah, I mean,
Terrible.
yeah, cherry pie is up there in terms of just complete trash pies.
What's your favorite pie?
Tweet at us.
Tweet us at IGN hashtag IGN plays pie.
Yeah.
IGN plays live. Let us know your thoughts on pie, cake, desserts, anything else.
I'm going back to the Pursuer. I feel good about this one. James, do you think I'll beat the Pursuer? Oh wait, it's not 2:45 yet, is it? I'm about to get yelled at.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
I
Marty's
have to
got to duck out 15 minutes early, so
Yes.
it'll just be you and me, one-on-one. Have a little alone time with James behind the camera.
Mano a manos.
James, are you gonna read out questions for me so I can play and answer stuff? I can't hear you.
He's gonna jump on mic.
Yeah, you're gonna
You're
get
gonna
to
see
hear
what James looks
the
like.
smooth tones of one James Faulkner, super producer, James Faulkner.
Super pro.
Here we go. Here we go. Not producer. Pursuer. All right. I believe in you, Marty. There you go. Are you gonna try it? I've never gotten this to work. Jesus.
What a dad!
Oh. Okay.
I feel
Nope.
good about this.
Nope. Nope. There you go. Yeah, 66 damage. Take him a piece at a time. Oh! There you go.
Why am I never doing what I want to do?
Just do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Live how you want to live.
James, how did I do? James, can I be an MLG? Oh no! But in Roman times, upside down thumbs mean good. Is that a thing? Is that real? I don't like this character.
No? Okay, finally, we got our cake and our pie answers coming in. Shane says cheesecake. He's a smart man.
I'm a big cheesecake fan.
Big cheesecake fan.
If I was a rapper, my name would be Big Cheesecake.
DKD GJX says, my favorite pie is pumpkin. P.S. Marty's beard is majestic.
Thank you. That's the nicest
Awesome.
thing I've ever said.
Do you think Dark Souls will ever allow a multiplayer option? They have one in there already.
I think it means
It's not very good.
will it ever? Yeah, I mean, will it ever have? It would be cool if, man, we could go online one night and
Yeah, you want to play Dark Souls together tonight?
Yeah, 4 of us are gonna go
Cool.
play Dark Souls together, almost
mean,
like Borderlands.
so
that
Blood-
we could go through
Yeah.
Bloodborne 2 together.
So Bloodborne did add like a password option.
Yeah, it's like trying to play a Nintendo game online.
Yeah,
I don't
it
like
really
all
is.
these
It's
steps.
like give me this 11-digit code.
Yeah.
And I can maybe go play your save.
Right here. I'm just trying to get all these items. Oh, remember this thing?
Yeah, I do. So, I spent so many resources killing this damn salamander. You're so dead.
No, I'm not.
And then I got nothing. And actually, if you look in there, there's a soul behind him. So
Yeah,
there's a weight in there.
I never got behind him, I don't think.
I actually never even got down here. I think you got to come back at some point to get the
Oh,
salamanders.
to get the guys, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't figure out how to get down there. There's that door on the way to
Yeah,
the
that's
first
right.
giant, the
Yeah.
last giant. One of the giants.
Third giant.
Iron giant.
The Iron Giant.
Fight more bosses, Marty. Demands Coyer Henry.
I mean, I think the Pursuer is the only one I can fight now.
Yeah. I mean, you have at least an hour until you get to
Oh, who's going on in there?
the Lost Sinner, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I could go back to Hyde's Tower and kill or get killed by what's his name?
Basically, Orange
Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
I like how I'm making
Dragon Rider.
I'm making,
You're just running around.
and I'm very aware that with this character I rolled that I'm going to die.
Yeah.
This is not how I play Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I play Dark Souls with I mean, I guess in theory I have the Soul Vessel, so I can go back and
I mean, you could.
spec.
Also, it's really difficult to play a game like this and talk at the same time.
That's true.
Like when we did Bloodborne together, I was quiet for a lot of it, so understandable.
Yeah, we were playing that. Oh, Jesus. What is wrong with you? Am I about to die?
Oh no!
You're not going to kill me because I'm going to kill myself!
I love it. I love
Dying
it.
with dignity.
I love it.
Dark Souls.
I'm the master of my own destiny. You guys planning a Bloodborne spoiler cast? I don't think we're planning that. Maybe we could talk about it.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we'll
should.
bring it up with Chloe and Brandin.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it as like maybe for next week's Beyond or something. We'll have like an extra, like it'll be like a double episode, and we'll tack on a spoiler cast portion of it.
See what we can do.
Yeah.
Jasmine says cheesecake overall. Yeah, more
Jasmine,
cheesecake.
you
Pumpkin
ain't-
pie is the ultimate white person pie. Said Jordan Smith. All about banana cream pie life, though. Can't take you seriously, Jordan. Sorry.
Dude, no, Jordan, I'm 100% with you. Banana cream pie.
Nope. That's like saying key lime pie is the best pie. You guys are insane. Is the S or C silent in scent?
Scent?
The word scent. Like scent, like I caught your scent.
Oh.
Is the S or C silent?
It's a really dumb but a really interesting question.
Yeah, right?
I guess the
I thought
dumbest,
so.
but like...
I think the C is silent because I know you can also pronounce scent as in like
the
currency.
coin. Yeah.
No,
I always thought...
And then sent is like I sent you a package. So you can spell it all three ways.
The trick is... F off. The trick is you pronounce it skent.
Skent, yes. I mean,
I'm
that's
also
how...
angry at this guy, so I'm going to fight him.
Fight me!
I want these two guys to fight each other.
Ray says carrot cake.
Racist carrot cake?
Racist carrot cake.
Oh.
It's just a little racist. Ray Soto says carrot cake is the best cake. Uh-oh. Just got a mention from Brandon Graber.
Old G-Sauce.
Brendan Graber, our Bloodborne wiki master.
Our guru. Our one who is... it's one of those things where, like, when you were done with the game, he was just beginning because it's like, nope, this is your life now.
Yeah, if you've been following the Bloodborne wiki on IGN, which you absolutely should, it's full of awesome information.
Yeah.
Like, I went there a couple times for stuff I missed or didn't see. Brennan's really thorough, and him and his team,
and especially as a
Sean
guy
as well.
who, it was his first Souls game. Jesus, what is?
Was it really? Was it
yeah,
Brennan's
he
first
never
game?
played Dark Souls. He never played Demon Souls.
I
Finding out what's in here. Don't kill me before I
this
figure out.
This is just a one-way ticket.
What is it?
It was a one-way ticket, baby.
What,
I don't know what
it was a ring of binding.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. No regrets.
Harrison
Sorry
Field
for the audio
says,
levels when I get really loud and yell like a Rick and Morty character.
Harrison Field says key lime pie is superior to all pies.
That's totally not true, dude.
No idea how you
like,
live with yourself.
Everything, I get the whole like opinions thing.
Yeah, but
And as someone who always
sometimes
gets
they're
mad-
just wrong.
And as someone who always gets mad, like your review is wrong. It's like, well, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
nothing is wrong. Your review of key lime pie is totally on the money.
Nothing is wrong.
It's just
Everything's permitted.
shocking.
Okay, I feel good. I got better stamina recovery. I got my ring of binding.
Joe Frizzle says pecan pie. Oh, wow. Jake says, has to be the classic English melted Mowbray pork pie.
Jake, what the F are you talking about?
Come on, Jake. Cut us some slack here.
Jake. That being said, I am a big fan of like meat pies.
Like savory pies?
Meat pies.
Yeah.
Like,
shepherd's pie?
Ooh, shepherd's. I love that.
So
shepherd's
good.
pie.
Great bar food, too.
Yeah.
Will Dark Souls 2 keep the player entertained for a long time, or
Nope.
will it get boring after a couple weeks?
No.
After a couple weeks.
Christ,
I mean, I guess it depends. Do you play an hour a day, or do you play, 12 hours a day?
Guys, we're fighting another boss.
Here we go. Dragon Rider, right?
Yeah, but I didn't hit any of the switches, so I'm gonna die very
so
quickly.
you have a super tiny ring.
Oh, well, I don't know why I keep doing that. What'd you say?
I don't know.
Can you make him fall off? How?
Nope. Oh, maybe stand like in the nook there, and then. Nope, that was definitely not how you do it. That was not how you do it.
Will he charge me as soon as I go into the room?
Oh, he died. You won.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, it was a reflection.
That was a reflection.
Yeah.
So like you
keep thinking what's happening in the water.
The reflection off the water goes through the stone.
You don't. The game doesn't know what's happening. The bastards.
Floors don't exist. Dark Souls 2. Should I play Dark Souls 1 first? Yes, you should. Not for any story reason, just because it's awesome.
Yeah, it might. I think Dark Souls 1's my favorite game of the series. At least I like it better than Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2.
Favorite game this year?
Favorite
game series.
Dark Souls is my favorite game of the year every year.
Every year. Winner.
Winner, Dark Souls. Winner, never gonna let it down. Winner, I apologize.
Sorry.
You don't know what that is? Good for you.
Yeah. Just let it. I need to take my own advice. Dark Souls, probably my favorite game of the generation, right?
Yeah, it's right up there with me. That and Journey.
Journey was amazing.
It's a game about a journey. It's a game about a
Last of Us, also very good.
That was a good video game. Last generation
good
had
video
some
games.
Good video games.
All right, you're out of here in 15 minutes, so let's keep it going.
I'm about to die with that dragon! I got behind the dragon, Brandon.
Did you?
Yeah,
Can you cut his tail off and get the Drake sword?
I don't think that's.
Nope, he's gonna kick you in the head. Oh wow, you are in the
I'm fine.
the eye of the storm.
I'm fine. James, you think I'm fine?
He's got a beak.
I want the dragon to kill just every other enemy in this.
Yeah. So in the original Dark Souls, it was just one of the Stone Guardians. One of those guys was up here. That's just do it, Marty, do it. Just take your own life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
One down.
Why are they all buddies? Why is a dragon, a zombie knight, and a big dumb rock monster?
That's a good
all
point.
Buddies?
That's a good point. I think we need some lore up in this.
James, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Thanks, Mark. Mark says, loving the show.
Say what it is. Oh, Mark.
Apple pie. Jordan Hessel says apple pie is G-O-D.
God.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Ew.
Crapple pie.
Secret is to have graham cracker crust. I think that's true of all cheesecakes.
Is that what that book, The Secret, was about?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make him fall off the ledge again.
Interesting question. Maz Lamaz says, do you think Bloodborne will pick up the game of the year? I mean,
I think it's going to be in the talk.
I think it'll be in contention.
We filmed GameScoop's Game of the Year watch yesterday, and that's so far it's the highest scoring new game of the year.
Yep.
Grim Fandango got a 9.3, but it's not a new game.
Okay, it's a remaster. You don't consider remasters?
We don't. For IGN's Game of the Year, like Last of Us What is wrong with everything? Can we stream Super Mario World next? Because I'm really good at that game, and I'm still good at that game, and I can get all 96 little points in the game with remembering it.
Oh, God.
Also, streams like this is why I drink.
Is why you drink?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I leave these. I have to leave at 2:45 because I have a reservation at alcohol.
You have a reservation with Glenn Gooley.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to a bar and I'm gonna ask for 2 alcohols.
My friends Johnny, Jim, Jose. We're all gonna get together. Stay in school.
Okay, one more time. You know what? I'm gonna fight this guy.
You know what? Let's get crazy. I feel like it's your sword. Like I feel like your sword just isn't really. God in heaven. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, I know, and I'm trying. Like, I don't know how to convince people that I used to be good at this game. I used to be good at the Dark Souls. And I used to be good at Bloodborne.
Man. Exhibit wants to know, can you beatbox? He says, can either of you? It's a hard no from me.
I mean, I can. I can't do it well.
No, okay. Wiki.
Wikis. IGN.com/Bloodborne. Wikis.
Super producer Benjenka says, why are we talking about pies when cheesecake is the far superior option? I don't know.
Man, this is gonna be
I
IGN
feel
Civil
like
War.
I feel like we started something.
Yeah.
A movement.
Mm-hmm. It's like when
Cakes versus pies.
It's like when Radio Raheem got murdered and Do the Right Thing, and he threw a garbage can through the window of the Pizza Hut.
Yep.
It's exactly.
That's exactly what happened.
Find him again.
Oh,
James?
Ben also says he wants to do a Grim Fandango stream with you.
Always, all day, every day.
We can do that if you'd be interested in that.
Also, Ben runs this room. You can do whatever stream you want, dude.
Ben runs the IGN Let's Play initiatives along with a couple other super producers. What? He didn't even hit you. Why did you take damage?
This game's for babies. Fine. What's I do?
Maybe you should hit the switches.
That means I have to fight that dragon again.
Oh, that's right.
I don't want to fight the dragon.
Wait, doesn't the dragon open the drawbridge?
Isn't that where the switch is, though?
I just work here, Marty.
Stop asking me.
More questions. Oh no, what have I done?
Go to
Hashtag IGN Plays Live. We're going to be doing this for just under a half hour. Getting your questions now, or really anything. I mean, we're talking about pies, so
going back to things betwixt.
yeah.
Let's
get off the dessert pastry train. Getting there. Again, service kind of rough in this room.
Things betwixt.
Would you say that this game is considerably less frustrating due to shorter load times? Asked Brad Miller.
I
Also-
like the fact that the load times are shorter. I don't
Yes.
think that really impacts the frustration levels too much.
Are you going to spend your soul vessel and roll mage?
No, I don't know. There's not enough time to do that. I'm just gonna go back. There's some stuff you can do in things betwixt that I didn't do. Might as well go to an area where you can actually make some sort of progress.
Turtleback wants to know, is it worth paying the extra 20 to get it on current gen, or just go last gen?
Oh, I would stick. I would definitely do current gen.
Yeah. It looks like the
looks
visual quality is pretty noticeable between the two,
totally.
right?
Frame rate spot on. You can go to the bushes.
Wow. just nope. Just turn it around, Marty.
Yeah.
Turn it around. Take it home. Take us back to the driveway. The first time I booted this game up, this guy killed me probably 8 times because I don't know when to quit. And then I came back and one-shotted him when I got my souped up spear.
Yeah,
Poked him in the butt till he died.
that's Soul's way.
Oh.
Oh, my thing's broke. I forgot.
I don't think you have enough strength to use those spears, right? No. Okay. This guy, big fan of cake.
I gotta go back to literally the beginning baby area of the game, and I get killed by the just.
You could go kill the rats in the little field.
That's the saddest statement ever, but it's true. Hi. What's up? Yeah. Oh, anytime I'm ready?
IGN feature editor Justin Davis is trying to abduct Marty. I mean, I got him for 6 more minutes.
Are you guys? Am I making everyone leave, or making everyone wait?
Yeah, if you need to.
Okay.
6 more minutes. Everyone, get your Marty questions in.
Quick Marty questions.
Quick Marty questions.
Marty lightning round.
Yeah. Send them to via Twitter to us at IGN using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive.
At martyquestions.org. It's a nonprofit.
Nope. That's not true at all. It's totally for profit.
It makes so much money.
You only need... Whoa. Is that new? I feel like that's new. That's new.
So in order to change your gender, you need one of those twiggy leaves.
You got to go down to the coffin. Can't you just...
No, that's the
door for the coffin. You got to go up and then over.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. So many text messages. But I'm looking at Twitter.
Since I'm not very good at this game, I'm going to learn how to be good at this game. I'm killing these things.
I'm going to go back through the tutorial area.
Go back through the tutorial.
Welcome to IGN Plays Live.
IGN Plays Live.
Starting Dark Souls.
I've put almost 127 hours into Dark Souls 2, and I'm just going through the tutorial because I have no pride anymore. At least it makes me feel good killing these guys.
Is there a death montage? Not yet, but there probably will be. People are pretty good on the internet. After playing Dark Souls 1 and 2, should I go back to Demon Souls? Asks Jesse Chapman.
Yeah. If you're
do you want more?
Yeah, if you're hankering for more, dude. Demon Souls is a cool game. It's got some gnarly ideas. That game is difficult. Yeah, the world tendency stuff in Demon Souls is really cool. The hub area, the NPCs are really cool. Why am I doing this?
Very much so.
My life. Get me out of here.
House Inheritor asks, how late will you be playing? We're leaving promptly at 3 p.m. Pacific, so about 20 more minutes. 19 minutes. Omar says there is no spoon.
Marty says, Omar coming.
I saw that movie.
I saw all 6 season parts of them. 5 seasons. 6 seasons. 5 seasons.
5 seasons. Speaking of, the Twin Peaks remake recently ran into some trouble.
Oh my god.
Makes me sad. Oh god, this voice always creeped me out.
Yeah, right. The little.
Give me soft.
Yeah.
Okay. Need no ladders here. We don't need no ladders because Marty can fly. Yeah.
What is?
Everyone here is just so.
Jesus Christ.
Like James looks like drained. Marty is like had his soul sucked out, and I'm just getting goofy. We're all like.
I don't know it.
We're all.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
James,
all right.
I apologize.
It's an off day, man. It's an off day. I'm waiting for those quick Marty questions to come in. Marty, Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Alexis. Coke. There you go. Heard it here first. When I die in Dark Souls 2, nothing quenches my sorrow better than an ice cold Coke. Well, okay. All right. Whatever. You know what? Marty's middle finger to the man. Just. I still have to play for 15 minutes when you leave. Why? Don't do it.
I have to bring chaos to the world.
All right. She's still talking to you.
What happens if you kill her?
This woman is entirely understanding.
How do you level up if you kill her?
James knows, but he just... I'll tell you after you do it. Oh, she's dead. Oh, what did she drop? Aged feather. Can you take that to the nest?
Was it worth it?
The baby bird grows.
Was it really worth it?
Is this what you want? The gall. Oh! Homeboy's got a club. You better not run out of stamina. That's a big stick. I can't believe I'm cheering for you right now. I don't want you to die. Blacksmith's hammer.
I don't think I can wield that, to be honest.
I think it's 20. That's what I was using. You find it later on, too. Alrighty, Marty. I think the Marty party has come to an end. Now that you have murdered all the infrastructure in the game.
Wait, there's this dude.
Not this guy. He's so sad.
That's what happens when you drive a man to the edge. No! Don't run after me!
Oh, don't stare into the abyss, Marty.
Ring of Steel protection.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in for Marty.
All of that with me. We have 15 more minutes. I'm gonna
15
leave.
more minutes.
Check back up on 4. Sorry.
Monday at 4. Is that what you said? Special stream with Marty.
No, not with Marty.
Not with Marty. Just
Okay. Since Marty,
everyone meet James.
hi, I'm James.
James is our
I'm
super
usually,
producer.
I'm usually like behind the camera.
Yeah. Did
Marty
you
killed-
change the lower third?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bring it up. So what we're gonna do since Marty killed everyone is we're gonna speed run the first couple minutes of the game.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I played this game enough, and I played the early game enough that I can try to do it as fast as possible.
So you're a Dark Souls master, you would say.
No, I am not. But I like doing.
But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Marty left. And now the really good Marty questions come in. Thank you guys for following up. Unfortunately, Marty had to jet. Marty lost a little piece of himself.
Skip.
Maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten.
Isn't this like a 5-minute cutscene?
I think it might be. That makes.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
All right.
you hit the touchpad. That's what it is.
Can the Dark Souls series continue after Bloodborne tweaking the gameplay for the better? Who knows?
It's
I mean,
different.
I feel like the series will go off. Like, Bloodborne was that fork in the road for FromSoftware. I feel like the two series are going to branch off in different directions now. I'm sure they'll probably take inspiration from one side to the next and vice versa. But I think they're probably going to try to preserve what makes both of those series special.
Yeah. Man, this was weird. After playing.
Dark Souls 2 versus Bloodborne. Which do you prefer, James?
I come to them for different things.
Josh Martz. Yeah, that's a good answer. It's a good vague non-answer. Bloodborne for me. But again, like James said, they're two very different beasts.
TGG.
Rolling our
TGG.
TGG character. All right.
Classic gift. We're gonna go. We'll go knight. And gift.
Classic.
Be, Homeward Bone.
Okay.
Finance creation.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we are IGN Plays Live. We're going through Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We'll be playing for another 15 minutes. If you have any questions, you can tweet at us at IGN using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. Getting short on time, but we'll answer as many of your questions as we have, or as we can in that time.
I'm real good at speedrunning.
Oof. Josh Moore asks, should I get Bloodborne, Scholar of the First Sin, or save for Witcher 3? Which will be the least frustrating? I feel like probably Witcher 3.
Yeah, Witcher. Like I actually found the original systems in Witcher to be not super great, but
Yeah.
it's since been like the second.
It's revamped, right?
Yeah, it's been really really good.
Yeah, I felt combat was a little frustrating in Witcher 3, or I'm sorry, in Witcher 2 in the beginning, but I was playing on mouse and keyboard, and then I moved over to controller, and it was actually much more smooth for me. Having said that, I just feel like, I mean, the core of the game, what you're getting in a Dark Souls and a Bloodborne is going to be inherently less frustrating than a Witcher game is going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So probably Witcher. Having said that, I mean, Bloodborne's an amazing game. Dark Souls 2. What are you doing, wizard?
Have you never been down here?
No. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, you get the Morning Star down here,
Now we know.
and you get the
Little pro tip.
binoculars, which are really good for spells, because you can like target stuff. It's kind of like the monocle in
Oh, okay.
in Bloodborne.
I got you. So they had binoculars in Bloodborne, right? You find them on in Yharnam or Cathedral Ward.
Yeah, and
But-
you can use like snipe using the pistol and stuff.
Yeah. Extend your range, basically. More Twitter questions. Let's do this. 10 more minutes. Thank you for taking one for the team and
No
jumping
problem.
on board.
I really enjoy these games.
Yeah.
I've come to learn that like the type of experiences that I like now are like the really deep like mechanical systems of things that like I play. Like you and I talk a lot about Dota and like MOBAs and stuff like that,
Right.
where it's like nothing's really explained to you. It's just like, hey, you're in a system now, figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of like, I guess, inferring, like assuming, seeing systems and thinking, hey, it might work together like this. That guy's new.
Nope. Nah, yeah, I'm not gonna fight that dude though.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go with
Wouldn't even play with that game. James, what is your preferred weapon? Asks Harrison Field.
I like the bastard swords, like the great swords in the game.
Sort of a mix of power and speed.
Yep. You're saying I'm two-handing right now. I sword and board occasionally, but if I can go a little bit more aggressive. And that's why I really like Bloodborne. As I was saying behind the camera, the Shikage and hello. Oh,
brutal.
And the Blades of Mercy were my weapons of choice in Bloodborne.
Blades of Mercy were so good.
Shout out to Sean Zaris, who also has been helping out with the wiki. That dude is... Oh, my God. Hello.
Yeah, Brendan and Sean are both crazy good when it comes to, slogging their way through Bloodborne and finding every little nook and cranny. Those guys are great at that.
Let's see. But yeah, there's no more Hate Knight here.
More questions. More questions. Have the unique drops changed as well as Joe? The dude with the hammer dropped Sublime Bone Dust before. Which dude with the hammer?
I'm not sure who they were referring to.
Maybe the armadillo?
Maybe?
I'm not sure. It's entirely possible, Joe. I don't really know. A lot has changed. Unfortunately, Marty had to step away. But if you're curious about, in general, guys, if you're curious about our impressions of Scholar of the First Sin, the review is live on IGN right now. Marty updated it with his thoughts on things that I've added and changed, so I encourage you to check that out. What else? Bloodborne review is up as well, if you're wondering what the differences there are.
Yeah.
Go check that out.
You should listen to Godlike, which is your podcast about...
Are we just plugging everything?
No, just because we're streaming Smite on Friday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so is that set in stone? Are we 100%?
Yeah, we're 100% on that.
Cool. So come Friday, we're going to be streaming Smite. It's a third-person action MOBA. A lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of it. Been playing it for years. So we'll be streaming that on Friday on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
It's also in alpha on the Xbox One, though that is invite only. Closed beta should be coming around this month. But yeah, we have a show dedicated to it called IGN Godlike. You can go check that out. Episode 4, the most recent one, went up yesterday, I want to say.
What do you guys talk about?
We talked about the patches coming to PC and Xbox, and we talked about losing your cool in-game, because MOBAs
happens a lot.
MOBAs, like Dark Souls, segue, are inherently difficult.
Oh, hold on.
For entirely different reasons, because Dark Souls is all about that grueling, you against the world feeling. By the way, you know shields are a thing, right?
Yeah, but we're speedrunning.
Speedrunning.
Quote speedrunning. I'm not actually
world
good.
First. You saw it here.
I'm not actually good at this game.
Where MOBAs are actually difficult for an entirely different reason, right? It's like it's all teamwork and it's all working together and it's all competitive PvP. So two totally different feelings and vibes, but still kind of the same essence of it, right? Really, really tough stuff. So yeah, we invite you to come back on Friday. I'll be streaming that probably with my godlike co-host Kyle O'Connor, big redheaded Viking-looking fellow, and should be a lot of fun. That's Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific.
Let's see if I can bait the student into blowing up the wall and getting the shortcut. Cause I don't think we'll need it, but oh, hello.
Oh, okay.
Come here, right here. Yeah, bait.
Yeah, now run. Oh, there's the pursuer. I don't think it went off.
Yeah. So they actually
They force it now?
No, so he shows up, but he doesn't actually do anything.
Okay.
He's not on. He doesn't come down. I don't think you have to fight him. We are gonna run this way. Yeah,
Maslamaz asks, just beat Vicar Amelia in Bloodborne after 2 hours or so. How many times did you die trying? I actually went to Vicar Amelia in my review. I went to Vicar Amelia too early, and I died 1,000,000 times. 1,000,004 times.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, you're good. You super producer James Faulkner. You can get out of here. Look at that guy. He is booking at you with purpose.
Oh, hello.
Get out.
Hello.
Get out. I died 1,000,000 times. Eventually, I went and did Old Yarnum, and then the Witch, and I went back to Vicar and killed her the first try. Wow, that's a weird question. Corey Henrik asks, Mom or Dad? Pick one.
That's a weird question.
That is a super weird question.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah,
They're both pretty good in their own rights.
they're both pretty rad people.
If Scholar of the First Sin is a success, do you think we see a Demon Souls remaster?
I don't know. I honestly think they'll probably focus on only new stuff.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think so too.
Do we want to summon?
You gonna try to beat the?
Yeah.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah, we can try to beat him.
5 minutes, guys. Tweet at us your questions at IGN using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. We're gonna try to beat the first giant.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it because I know his like attack pattern. So
Last giant. A giant.
Yeah.
I always do this.
Nope. Hello.
There you go. Are you gonna kill him?
Yeah.
James calling it now. He's calling his shot. He is going for the Achilles. There it is. Wow. You move like a jaguar.
Oh no! Get out of the corner. I don't want you to be there. Man, I love this boss. Like, just like how crazy that he like rips off the arm that is sticking out of his chest and he tries to beat you with it. Come on. Back out. Yep.
No more questions yet. Waiting for questions. God, I really think the service in here is making it difficult.
Whoa! No! I'm gonna die.
No, you don't. You got a life gem.
He's
stuck. He's kind of stuck in a. Nope.
Oh no!
You just got stepped on. There you go.
Yeah. Nope.
Believe. Everyone clap if you believe.
Great greedy. Yeah, there we go.
There it is. First try. Look at him.
Yay.
He has went fast. Sanic. Nice job.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take over, and I actually have to finish up the stream.
Okay. Well, make Alex do it because I got to close out. All right. So here we go. We're gonna play Dark Souls 2 with a phone in one hand and a controller in the other. Alex, you want to come on stream and read and watch for Twitter questions? Actually, there are no questions coming in, and we're done in 3 minutes, so I guess that's it. Yeah. You want to wrap it up? Cool. Well, I'm taking this elevator up, but in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us. This was IGN Plays Live. We were playing Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. If you liked what you see, you can go find our entire review on IGN.com. And you can catch us streaming 3 times a week, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So again, for Marty, who had to leave us early, I'm Brandon Tyrell. And for everything Dark Souls and everything else, stick with IGN. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to IGN Plays Live. I am Brandon, joined by Mr. Marty Sleva.
Hey everybody!
Everything.
It only does everything. This is the version of Dark Souls 2 that is now out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, a PC update. There's also a version of it out for PS3 and 360.
Awesome.
Which is sort of just like the Game of the Year edition that has the bundled-in DLC.
Okay, great. So this basically let's just run down. What exactly is Scholar of the First Sin?
So Scholar of the First Sin, it takes Dark Souls 2, which came out last March. It gives it a little visual upgrade, which you're going to notice. It's running at 1080 60 here. The game's super pretty.
Yeah,
the frame rate's incredible. Visuals are smoothed out. It includes the Crown Trilogy DLC, which all three of the pieces are super cool.
Yeah.
All three of them are super cool. They have really interesting dungeons with puzzles in them, really cool bosses. The last one sort of culminates with the biggest battle, I think, in any of the Souls series in terms of like number of, like, you have 4 allies and you're fighting against like 30 dudes, and super cool. The other thing this does is it also changes up a lot of things in the game. It changes up enemy placement, changes up item placement. Like we were talking earlier, that initial ring you want to get, that allows you to, it's sort of every time you die in Dark Souls 2, your maximum health goes down a little bit.
Right.
And that ring slows that down. Not where it was before.
Really? They moved it around.
Yeah, and enemy placement's different too, which we'll get a little taste of right now.
So enemy placement is different. Item placement is a little different.
Yep. There are new enemies in places that weren't there before. The thing is dramatically harder, honestly, which is crazy. Souls games have obviously been known for being hard. It's a little weird transitioning from, because all of us for the past couple weeks have been, knee deep in Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Obviously you especially. But it's weird to go back and play this just because the speed's a little bit different.
Does it feel like slower? Does it feel more methodical?
Definitely feels slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily a bad thing, just that's the way it is.
That's the I think that's the difference between Souls and maybe Bloodborne.
Yeah, totally. So this is an area that you might be familiar with. Oh, that guy's not supposed to be there.
I don't remember you.
No, and so you come out here and there's this dude here, and you're like, well, are you? I don't. He's he's an angry man.
Yeah. He's a big gold, big sword, big shield.
Yeah, and my puny little low-level sword. I'm only level 15. This is early.
Oh my God!
So yeah, we were.
So he's Zeus.
Yeah, he's ostensibly Zeus. Yeah, this guy's kind of a jerk. I kind of don't want to fight him right now, just because it's going to take a long time. He's probably going to murder me at some point.
Wow. Okay, he's got the moves.
He's doing fancies.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be playing this for the next 2 hours.
For the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
1 to 3 p.m. Pacific. So, if you have any questions about Dark Souls 2, about Bloodborne, about Scholar of the First Sin in particular,
about Zeus,
about
mythology,
about gold armor, really?
Yeah. Pretty much, we're actually IGN's 2 experts on gold armor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can tweet at us at IGN Plays Live, hashtag IGN Plays Live. We'll be going through your questions, reading them on air, just talking about life, love, Dark Souls.
A lot of love, a lot of heartbreak.
Yep.
It's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna attempt to whittle this guy down a little bit. We'll see how well that works.
Cool.
Maybe he's got some.
Maybe don't get electrocuted.
Try not to get electrocuted. I'm not gonna promise anything.
Oh, Estus flasks.
I know. Remember Estus flasks?
They were so.
Only '90s kids will remember Estus flasks. This is a jerk. Oh, get wrecked.
All right, let's check out what's going on Twitters. On the Twitters.
I feel good. I think I'm about to kill this fool. Yeah, I'm kind of curious if, for people who have been playing Bloodborne, if you are going to pick this up, and if if you've played Dark Souls 2, are you excited for this? If you haven't played Dark Souls 2, have you been waiting for this?
Yeah.
Just really curious. The timing on it is weird.
It is kind of strange, right? Like, Dark Souls 2 came out a while ago.
Yeah, it was over a year ago.
Yep, and then they've been slowly releasing the DLC, and from what I hear, I haven't finished all of them yet, but from what I hear, all the DLC is actually pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It has really interesting dungeons, really interesting bosses,
and much harder than the original game. Do you think maybe that had something to do with Scholar of the First Sin getting ramped
having
up?
That difficulty? Yeah, it might actually. Yeah, we did it. He got wrecked. He didn't give us anything.
Here.
He didn't give us anything.
Wow.
Yeah. What a rude.
Kind of sad.
Jerk. Rude jerk.
So yeah, I mean, the DLC is sort of more difficult than the base game.
Yeah, totally.
And then now you've bundled it all in there, and now new changes have been made to the base game. Do you think maybe it's just following that level that the DLC has raised it to?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it's. I don't know. I mean, difficulty is the thing that fans of the Souls series crave. So I think it's something that FromSoftware and Bandai Namco, who produced this game, recognizes and is really interested in exploring. Yeah, a lot of people going into, I mean, even Dark Souls 2 and then Bloodborne were worried that sort of that inherent difficulty that everyone loves was going to be watered down somewhat.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
Obviously, if
That
you
was
played
not
Bloodborne
the
or
case.
played this, you know it's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, both challenging, but in very different ways.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like Bloodborne. I mean, I wrote my review for Bloodborne. I feel like Bloodborne was a faster, more aggressive version of this,
Totally,
but by no
absolutely.
means was it. I think coming from Dark Souls, that made it more difficult. But had you started with Bloodborne, I think it probably would have been, on par.
Totally, yeah.
Just a different experience.
Yeah.
So you actually reviewed Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah, I did. Updated. A lot of the text we carried over. We linked back to my, March 2014 review because honestly, like mechanically, the game is very similar.
Yeah.
The world's the same. The bosses are the same.
Just some added.
Definitely some added content. There is an added end game boss.
Oh, really?
With a little cutscene. Cutscene doesn't really make any sense. Like the lore in Dark Souls is always kind of
Is very ambiguous,
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
okay, we're gonna get this out here.
But right.
Here's some of the lighting effects are really good too.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, when I first sat down, because I had actually just gotten back to Dark Souls 2 for a little bit before Bloodborne, just sitting down, like, I saw the difference almost immediately.
yeah, totally. This looks a lot like that sort of that initial footage, that target render that they showed of DS2.
So, let's take some questions.
Some cues.
Some cues.
Hey, listeners.
Well, A your cues.
We're gonna. Ooh, that sounds filthy. Okay. Set this light. Ah, skeletons.
Somebody said, nice job, Marty.
Thanks.
Nice job.
I need that.
Paul said that. Thanks, Paul.
Stop it.
Patty asks, ultimately, how much of an improvement is this version over the PS3 version?
I say it's a pretty heavy improvement. Visually, it's there, especially from the core. Jeez, talking and playing this game is difficult, especially from the core game that came out originally, because I think the 3 pieces of DLC are amazing.
Right.
I mean, the game runs incredibly right now. Obviously, I'm gonna get killed by this stupid skeleton.
It feels much more fluid.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
faster, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that does kind of take getting used to.
Right.
But this is the thing. It's tough for me to say like whether or not if you put 70 hours into the PS3 or
Like, do you
Xbox
start over
360
now?
version. Yeah, I don't know. Do you start over? Do you replay it? Especially when we're getting to that period where there's gonna be so many games to play.
Yeah, I mean, sort of the second, third year after a new console launches is where
Yeah, we're
everyone
finally getting
starts
to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, Bloodborne was sort of one of those games that really set it up, and it was like, oh,
Yep.
this is what we have to look forward to for the next 5 years of these boxes.
Yep.
Skyline Titans.
Oh, you're coming up on the armadillos. But first, you got to kill some skeletons.
Because there's no armadillo in this area.
Oh, that's right. There was one in the initial doorway, wasn't there? Wow, so many skeletons this time. I don't remember all these guys being here.
Yeah, they're just huge jerks.
Yeah, because these were the undead knights, right?
Undead Knights, and there were the
armadillo guys,
turtle
yeah.
dudes. Yes, that's one of the really cool things is it makes sort of going through these areas, it makes them unfamiliar again. Despite the fact of, if you've put as much time as I have into the games, it still feels unfamiliar, which is really cool.
Sort of changes it up.
Yep.
And again, I think that's like with the Chalice Dungeons and Bloodborne. That was something that you and I had both discussed that
Totally.
feels kind of missing from FromSoftware. Everything is so calculated and beautifully, meticulously placed.
Yeah.
But once you beat it, that's kind of it. So like, if you had beaten Dark Souls 2, there's one. There's one of our buddies. If you had beaten Dark Souls 2, maybe this is the opportunity for you to go back and catch a few new surprises.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try to light this bomb.
Bunch of people are asking.
Hey, people.
Coyer Henrik, Juggernaut Gamer. A lot of people wondering which is better, Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne.
So
there you go, Marty.
It was one of those things. I'm like, hey, I hope people don't ask this.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
literally the question we get all
I
the
was
time.
wondering how long it was going to be.
Oh
no!
None of this is gonna go
He's
well.
pointing at you. Just play dead. Play dead.
This is gonna. Also,
Armor
this is
Dennis. Oh, this is an NPC.
It's an NPC Invader.
Wow, that's new.
Yeah, 'cause we're not playing online currently.
Okay, we're offline. I did not get invaded when I was in this area.
No, everyone's just a jerk in this game.
Oh, Serpentine. Oh! He's got...
Serpentine Babu.
There you go.
I do not have a lot of health.
You are out of Estus.
Yep, that's Dark Souls.
Oh, really?
And then he just does a little the Hulkamania.
Wow, it's gonna run wild. So, Dark Souls 2 versus Bloodborne. This is one of those questions that there's really no right answer to.
No,
I
totally.
mean,
Especially,
which one of your kids do you love more?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, going to all 4 of the games, like trying to rank Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Bloodborne, especially this close to Bloodborne.
Yeah. It's tough. Like, I feel like you're going to need that time to reflect.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that sort of filter of history to look back on.
Oh, yeah. We're way too close to Bloodborne to actually, I think, like, rank it in the pantheon of is it better or worse than the other games.
Yeah, but I was getting this comment a lot. Rank Demon Souls, Dark Souls.
Oh my God, why are you still here?
Bloodborne, and it's really tough to do. I don't know. I don't know that any one answer is going to be right. I personally enjoyed Bloodborne more than Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, totally.
But I also enjoyed Dark Souls more than Dark Souls 2. First.
Yeah, honestly, playing through Dark Souls for the first time is one of those experiences that's completely unforgettable.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my first Souls game. I was late to the party on. None of this is going well. Late to the party on Demon Souls.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat. Like after Dark Souls, before Dark Souls 2, I went out and I found a copy of Demon Souls just because I wanted more.
Totally. I'm gonna cheese my way back to the bonfire.
You should. You don't need anything in there, right? Do you have the petrified thingamajigger that you use on the giant?
No, not yet.
If that's even the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
I just want to head back to the bonfire. Make everything better. The games are, despite the fact that, obviously the core sort of setup of the Souls games and of Bloodborne are similar. The challenge is still there. The awesome bosses, the environmental storytelling. Can you not use a bonfire if you're invaded? Is this dude just going to follow me forever? Well, this is my life now. No bonfires.
Cannot use bonfire. But he killed you, so you have to go back and fight him? This seems like an oversight.
No, it's just this is classic Dark Souls. Just run. I'm just gonna run all the way back to Majula. See what he has to say there.
You went and picked up your souls already? Yep.
Yeah.
Is he coming?
I don't know. We'll just go backwards. Whatever.
I feel like if you wait for him to climb up the ladder and then just stab him really hard and he falls down to his death.
That would feel really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still down there though.
I feel like that'd be the way to go. I don't think he followed you. I think he leashed.
Oh, no, there's these doofuses down there.
All right. Well, while we're figuring this out, of which would you prefer to see in the future, Bloodborne 2 or Dark Souls 3? C, both.
Both. C, both, and D, a new world.
Yeah, actually. I would love to see. Man, I want to see FromSoftware take on everything.
Yeah, I want to see FromSoftware do games that aren't necessarily set in fantasy, but have the same sort of
rigid, oppressive.
Yeah, totally. Like they, FromSoftware in the 90s and early 2000s did a lot of the Armored Core games.
Yep.
Like I think, man, it'd be cool if there was like a game with mechs
that
had similar combat to this and was just super punishing, but had that same sort of sense of gratification. That probably isn't going to happen, but
I kind of feel like they're making too much money right now.
Yeah, totally.
And their publishers are really happy with where they're at in their.
Yeah, but FromSoftware as a developer has grown so much in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I had the chance to visit them a couple times for our making of Dark Souls 2 and then for our Bloodborne IGN first.
Yeah, you actually went out. Are they in Tokyo?
Yeah, they're in Tokyo. And they're like in the, I think it was a little over a year in between the Dark Souls 2 coverage and the Dark Souls 2 coverage and the Bloodborne coverage.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the same building, but they had gained an extra 2 or 3 floors of it. So their teams are like absolutely ramping up. You can obviously see the time period between Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne was only a year.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So they have multiple teams. Like I have no doubt they have a team working on whatever their next game is right now.
Yeah.
No idea whether that'll be a Souls game, a Bloodborne game, or
something completely new.
Yeah, exactly.
And like we were saying, I would love to see them tackle something new.
Yeah,
but I would also really love another Dark Souls and another Bloodborne.
People are, the reception of Bloodborne has been incredible.
Yeah, right?
Not only from, it seems like everyone who's a fan of the Souls games is super down with it, but also, like, I know a ton of people who didn't play those games.
Yeah.
And are super, into Bloodborne right now. Like,
yeah, if it's your first entry, you're not in a bad place.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Brian Altano, who, he didn't play the Souls games. Right. He started to play Bloodborne. He got, like, an hour or two into it. He's like, I can appreciate this, but, man, like, I can't do this.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then he kept thinking about it all weekend. He's like, oh, God, I think I'm going to go back. And now he's like 8 bosses in. He's like, this is one of my favorite games of the year.
Yep. Yep.
It's this incredible experience, and he almost gave up on it.
Yeah, and I think that's really the power of it, right? Is everyone's like, well, the game is so punishing, the game is so hard.
Yeah.
How can you enjoy something like that? Well, it's not really the game that you enjoy. It's,
Totally.
It's what you're achieving, you're enjoying becoming a better person.
Yeah, and I totally
Growing.
get people who are like, no, I can't. This isn't for me, because like people play games for different reasons. Like,
Yeah,
you don't,
absolutely.
Like maybe people don't have the time or patience. Like if you only have an hour to play a game every day. If you have a kid, if you have if you work a ton, like
Yeah.
I totally get if you're like I can't do this. And that's fine. Like that's no slight against you, but people who do have the time and who do sort of crave that sense of mastery,
Yep.
which it's not a thing that's gone, but it's a thing that was more present back in like I would say the 8-bit days.
Back in the earlier times.
Yeah, totally. I think that's like, it's a weird place to find it now, because obviously this game looks nothing like a game like Mega Man or Castlevania, but
Right, but
what
really,
it gets
like
me.
the spiritual,
Yeah.
the essence of that.
Yeah,
right?
that sort of core feeling of those old NES games is alive and well in Dark Souls.
Oh,
F.
there he is. There he is. Oh God, he just has zero love for you.
No, I know. Let's see. Don't do that. Coming up here.
Come on,
Ah!
come on. Is he gonna take the bait? No. This is like the Headless Horseman. He cannot cross.
Won't cross the bridge. Nope, that didn't work well.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
What?
Was that a
Just
parry?
Slap me?
Nope.
F. Fine. It's fine.
Run, Marty!
That was almost
Run,
fine.
Marty!
So I'm afraid to, if I go back and grab...
You can do it.
This is also different. This is a much different... I was telling you before the stream, I played through Dark Souls 1 and 2 using a magic.
Yes.
I was a coward.
And now
I would shoot soul arrows, and I would hang back, and I would wait, and then I would shoot great soul arrows, and that's how I got through those games. And I think after playing Bloodborne, I was like, no, this is how I'm gonna play the game now. And now
admitting it is the first step.
Yeah, we rolled a character like this for the live stream, and
Now you're swording and boarding it.
Yeah.
You're also using, I think that's the leather shield.
Yes.
You don't have anything heavier?
No, we don't have anything heavier.
Goodness.
I know. We'll get there.
Okay. Let's go back to Twitter.
Yes.
Sorry, Twitter.
Love you, Twitter. Again, you can tweet at us at IGN using the hashtag IGN Plays Live. Please ask your questions about Dark Souls, about Bloodborne, about cats,
Anything,
about dogs,
general.
about generals,
But Zeus.
top 10 generals.
A lot of Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne comparison questions.
Yeah.
I feel like we're coming to the end of that road.
Yeah. Let's see if.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Estus flasks are definitely slower than the blood vials.
Oh yeah.
Says Paul.
Yep,
That's
yep.
absolutely the first
Yeah.
thing I noticed.
Yeah, it's interesting how from all the Souls games have had different methods of. Oh, there we go. Got my souls back.
So what
Invader's
was
gone. I think it worked because I died far enough away. The Invader is spawning near that other.
Oh, I see.
Near that other one.
That'd be interesting to test if you went back. See if you get
Just
invaded
get
again.
killed every time.